Hopefully YouTube gets stable. Looks like YouTube's stable now as well. So again, we are back. We just saw TNC take a very strong win. And we are set to watch Prism versus RAVENSFANCLUB. So this is where things can get pretty interesting. We'll see how interesting this can get. Next session? Alright, no problem, no problem. No problem, no problem. Thank you, Gabby, as well, for having me. Let me just fix this. This thing does not scale up well. All right. This should be a fun one. This should be where our competitive matches kick in, right? This is going to be, again, Prism versus RAVENSFANCLUB. And what's on our other brackets while we're waiting here? Let me see. Where is my brackets? There it is. Where is it here? No, it's not here. Okay. Who Chucks, thank you very much. I don't know if I did. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you. Let him know. Thanks. Thank you, sir. Broadcast of the CTI qualifiers. I don't know if it's ever held by Philippines. For the official English, it was always a different bunch of studios. Good evening, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. We are back on Facebook and YouTube as well. So it is up there once more. I do apologize for the connection issues. It's routing issues. Tends to happen a lot here. I swear I had... Did I not have... Huh? No. Web VPC groups. Oh. Okay, so this is our brackets. How it's looking like, right? Again, TNC take it for over Team Scientist. Very fast. 500 bananas. Their thinking is Smurfs? I do not know. They're not familiar to me at all. So that's our round of 16, right? So let's just go next. So round of 16. So once you're in the semifinals, the winner in the semifinals, once you're here, you win this, you are qualified, right? So that leaves TNC, IHC, Discord Rejects as notable, Team Cobalt's TK Esports, which is again Aurora Stack, Yangon, Meeparb, which I remember, Prism Dota and RAVENSFANCLUB, Abeng, TeamTK, the DJ's TeamTK, left in the pool of potential qualifiers, like the big names. So Prism will have to beat RAVENSFANCLUB, which is a tough opponent. But again, this is Barlow, Seime, 423, Bob, and Tsukimoto. Up against Raven, Ayo, Mac, Playhard, and Ghost. Then one of those two teams will have to beat Meeparb more than likely. I don't recognize Bobby Davy. But Meeparb, I've seen a lot of qualifiers. So that's here. And then they will potentially face off against Abeng, Breads, TeamTK, or Pantheon Indo. Right, for TNC, their path is through 500 bananas into either IHC Discord Rejects. Their opponents afterwards is either Team Cobalt's TK Esports.gg, which is again the medal-winning Malaysian female team, Yangon Galacticos, or Kiseki no Sedai. So it's maybe a little bit more straightforward, I want to say, for TNC. I think the side of what is it? The side of TK, DJ TK, and RAVENSFANCLUB is a little bit tougher. Shall see. We are waiting for delay to stop. But yeah. So TNC has an easier path. I say easier. They will face up against IHC. Not to be underestimated, of course. This is more than likely what we're going to see. IHC versus TNC. And then whoever moves on just needs to win that best of 3 to qualify. Because the final is basically just seeding, right? So it only matters up to here who wins after this best of 3 in the semis. We will get 2 teams qualifying in. Open qualifier number 2 should have 2 teams as well. And again, I do believe we're playing one of the best of 3s today. Right, one of these best of 3s. This. And these 2 are played tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to play the seeding match. Are we going to Riyadh? I hope so. I would love to. But we don't know yet. Susugal muna. Is there a voting poll for main stage caster and TI? I know there's no voting poll, but what you can do to support any caster you like is always to provide feedback on social media. Reddit tends to be a place that the people that look tend to look, so stuff on Reddit tends to help. Stuff like that. So if there's anyone you want to NTI, that's what... Yeah, just let it be known that, you know, you like this caster, why you like them, stuff like that. LeBron James, 2323 Allen. Hey John, PH based ka ba? Yes, we are. Davao City. Wendy Koo, thank you very much. Hopefully we do. Don't know. Would I fly to TI? Out of my own pocket, I really can't afford it. Quite frankly, it's not a trip that is affordable. Why is Moxie and Kyle gone? I think Kyle stepped away to take a different position on WePlay. Moxie just hasn't been hired. So again, like, caster treads help. I believe Jing is from Davao. Cox is not. What do I do under no casting gigs? I told myself I'd stream more often. I haven't really done it. We are working on video content, the food vlog. If you guys have seen that. Miranda MJ. Miranda with Mike and John. We've got the Facebook up, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. And hopefully our next video is not going to be too long. You guys can check that out. That is one thing that we are looking to build up on. Phantom Lee's Revive. Waiting for your next voice line. Thank you very much. Looking forward to it. TNC game. No, this is the Ravens Fan Club versus Prism. So Bob, Mac, Tsukimoto. It's going to be interesting. Up against, of course, Raven. Let me double check again. Always forget. Oh. So this is, excuse me, this is Carlos, Seime, 423, Bob, and Tsukimoto up against Raven, Ayo, Mac, Playhard, and Ghost. So it's going to be interesting. This is not going to be an easy stack, of course, for the side of them to play up against. What's our MMR?
5 seconds remaining.
I haven't played ranked in a while. We ended up at Div 4 before it uncalibrated and I just never bothered again. This is a best of 3. So this is the beginning of the best of 3s. We'll have to see how they adjust in draft. But this, again, is probably the most competitive match we've got lined up today. I think Kobolds versus TK Esports.gg is going to be pretty close as well. And maybe, I don't know who the actual TK, like DJ TK is playing up against. TeamTK, DJ's TeamTK is playing up against Pantheon Indo, which I don't recognize this Indo stack. So yeah, best of 3s coming out here. Do have the draft developing on hand. TA Storm DK being banned out here by the side of Prism. Dire side looking to have banned out Timbersaw, Venomancer. They've left the Zeus in. And you do have first pick here for Ravens Fan Club.
5 seconds.
They could look for that here on the side of Ravens Fan Club. And that will be on Prism to ban out. Let's see if they do ban. Oh, excuse me. Let's see if they do ban out something like the Zeus. No, they leave it in. Batrider picked up here by the side, banned out by the side of Prism. And the side of Ravens Fan Club, surely Maybe just ban something like the Centaur.
5 seconds remaining.
And you go with Zeus. Like, Zeus just... It feels so obnoxious. If not Zeus, SF. Hey, Rosessa. Orange Man, go Apple. I haven't touched Genshin in like 2 years now, I think. I got really upset with how Inazuma's handled, and I just never went back. Who's coming in? It's so hard to say. I think it's between TNC, IHC, TeamTK, RAVENSFANCLUB, or Prism. I don't know who makes it through. Like, that's 5 teams and 2 qualifier spots. There goes that Zeus. Very easy to predict for the side of RAVENSFANCLUB. Solutions here for Prism. SF mid. Centaur to run it down. I think those are basically your 2 safest options on the side of Prism Dota.
10 seconds.
Let's see what they do go for.
5 seconds, boss.
You still have a lot of time on hand to think about this one in terms of picks. We'll have to wait and see. Ghost? No, he's probably playing core. Greetings from Prok dos Switzerland. Paolo Hill, thank you.
Dyer's ban.
Clayton Bigsby, thank you very much. I don't know how to accept those kinds of compliments. Slaughdar is the priority here for Prism. More than likely our offlane coming out. For who's playing offlane? Is Mac playing offlane? I'm not sure.
Dyer's turn to ban.
I'm not sure if Mac's playing offlane. Which is RAVENSFANCLUB? RAVENSFANCLUB is Dire side. I should put that as a note once we get in-game. RAVENSFANCLUB is Dire side. And Prism is Radiant side. Apologies, Mr. Alphon, if you're watching your team. Mad Garuda was not played because someone got offered last minute. Very nice. That's good. Ravens going tree. Ghost carry. Mac mid. Alright, fair enough. Mac Zeus sounds fine.
10 seconds left.
Ghost say that's... Yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep saying this and then I always forget. Then Ghost played offlane as well in Enigma. I don't think Ghost was in Enigma, was he? Did he actually take Ghost? I keep forgetting with some of these teams shifting around so hard. Do ban out the Meepo and the Lycan here on RAVENSFANCLUB. Prism has 1 ban. What's left in the pool? Axe, LC, Centaur. If you don't want to take any of those for yourself, which again, you already have your own offlane, you're probably not looking to pick any of those up.
Radiant's pick. Dyer's pick.
Ban out the Weaver instead. And take the Dark Willow as their control option here on the side of Prism Esports. Which is fair enough. I think the Dark Willow has proven itself to be really strong with the Brambles and the spell amp it does give. Gerald Greedy, hello.
10 seconds.
Jude L. Salazar, thank you very much. Dencio Lagusay, pa-shout out by Jan. Watching on board, MV Mito, naka-angkla sa Australia. Shout out to you all the way down under. Hopefully you're doing well. Clockwork does come out here for the side of RAVENSFANCLUB for very good reason. Clockwork does provide you a lot in laning phase with how the cogs work now. And it does allow some fairly good follow-through for like saving the Zeus, for setting up, for a really good Thunder God's Wrath, setting up some initiation, area denial as well with a Clockwork. So I like this coming out from RAVENSFANCLUB. We've seen the strength of Clockwork. There's an option for a safe lane SF if you really feel the need for it with a Clockwork on hand. We'll go to Hoodwink pickup instead. So going for some with some very stable support and control here from the side of RAVENSFANCLUB. It's great because you do have a lot of play from these 2 supports. Probably your Clockwork 5, Hoodwink 4 coming out.
10 seconds remaining.
So let's see. Clock SF is a very classic combination. If you did want to go back to that. What is your pickup here on Prism? You're looking for supports. There's a nice Venge to save from whoever gets hooked in, whoever gets bushwhacked. Break the tree as well on the swap. I wouldn't mind a Venge support. Plays well with Slardar down the line. And her other facet of not melee attacks is actually pretty strong as a counter carry scaling damage source. Like theoretically, you can get around 300 extra damage when it gets ultra late, which is not insignificant with your talents.
Radiant's choice.
They will go instead for the Enchantress, as that's left in the pool. Again, there's some good harassment to be done. I always forget the other Ench facet. So you do have added range, and you have Nature's Attendance on hits, right? Yeah, you have Spellbound and Overprotective Wisps. He does get the extra neutral drop as well. You have that running for you. Do apologize for the noise. I forgot to set DND on Discord. Alright, back into it. Do pick up the CK carry for Prism. Nice and aggressive. Plays minus armor really nicely with a Slardar. Very good single target burst potential here from the side of Prism. You do have enough damage coming in, I feel, on the side of Raven's Fan Club, especially once this Zeus hits Manta Shard. Even if you jump him, if you don't chain your stuns well, the Zeus can still escape with Heavenly Jump. And again, you've got coverage from the Clockwork Hoodwink. Not really saving supports though, but they can try to set up for a save. Wondering what the solution will be now from the side of Raven's Fan Club. Again, Axis in the pool, Axe into CK. Does not sound bad. Especially with all the Phantasm illusions there. I would feel like Axe is pretty good. It deals well with Physical Burst as well. Maybe an LC. Instead, they go with a Centaur here on Raven's Fan Club. So, they go with a very stable offlane on hand. You end up with a Hoodwink CK lane. Very strong lane to play into. It is a fairly annoying lane to walk into as a melee laner on that CK. So I like that Centaur coming out here for Raven.
5 seconds, boss. Or
for Raven's Fan Club. See what the ban outs are, as it does look like you're looking for the mid on Prism. And you're looking for the safe lane on Raven's Fan Club. What'll be the bans here on the Dire side? What safe laners, or rather what mid laners do you not want to contend with as a Zeus? They take care of the Mars. Are they expecting the Slardar mid? Probably not. Maybe they're expecting a Mars mid. Which, I suppose, works out. It can work out, at the very least. Ruined height requirement? Yeah, it was a fairly short lineup, right? That is good, quote me if battle pass.
5 seconds remaining.
That is good. You are looking at the game with the eyes that I expect. Francis Flores, good evening to you. More power to you as well. Watching from Sydney. Hope you're all good there. Gyrocopter taken out by Prism. Again, taking care of some stable pause once. What else will it be here for the side of Prism? Again, Lifestealer is still there. If you are looking for a Lifestealer pick, it could be annoying as well. Let's add text. Hang on, I'm just setting up because they don't have logos. Teams.
10 seconds left.
Prism versus
5 seconds remaining.
Bebas. New. Okay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds, boss.
Okay. That should be set. Sniper I don't rate too highly. You'll go to Nagasar and safe lane pick up here for the side of Raven's Fan Club, which works well. You've got Naga, Centaur, Stampede with Song, great disengage. You don't have the best illusion clear either on the side of Prism. So that's fairly annoying. At the same time, I feel like the direct 1v1 of Naga versus CK is not very straightforward. You're actually more reliant on your Zeus there.
5 seconds, boss.
Same thing goes for the CK. You're somewhat reliant actually on your Slardar and maybe the Dark Willow with a Bedlam to kind of help you deal with the illusion spam. Mind you, Naga has not felt tanky at all. Like, even with the heart buildup, it doesn't feel amazing. The Brewmaster is the offlane pick here for the side of Prism. We'll get ourselves a 4-2-3 CK, Bob on the Slardar, Seimei on the Brewmaster, and Tsukimoto and Carlo on the Ench. Tsukimoto, Dark Willow, and Carlo on the Ench. So Seimei taking the offlane Brew. With the rollout the barrel, a rather interesting one. Changes the dynamic with that cask being thrown out. Ghost will play the Naga Siren safe. Raven on the offlane Centaur. You got Mac, Zeus, AO, Clockwork, and Play Hard, Hoodwink. Trying to decide what he'd want. Going between the 3-bounce Trick Shot and the Go Nuts added cast range. Do have the Overprotective Wisps for Carlo. Can be a little bit hard to burst him down. Overall, really interesting drafts coming out here. Not too sure which way I would lean. I think I would lean... It's hard to say because you've got a Zeus here for Mac, right? Like it's a Zeus. This hero must have near 100% win rate, maybe like 55-60% win rate right now in pro games. It just feels like it doesn't lose. So I'd lean towards Raven's Fan Club. I do feel like the Naga Siren's a very dead pick from Ghost. It can farm up really well, but I don't think it's... It just doesn't feel like it scales, right? Like if you're looking for like this big tanky illusion, it doesn't. Good evening, Mercier L. Am I pure Filipino, General Greedy? Yes, I am. My mom's from Makati, my dad's from Zamboanga. So I got raised in English. Because my family in Zamboanga doesn't really speak Filipino. So we got raised with English here first. And I don't know, I guess I picked up the accent through TV, I'm not sure. My parents feel like that's what happened here. Kabantian accent. GSIS accent. Matina accent. Maybe. Good evening, Kirill. Again. So we should be able to get into that game number 1. This is a best of 3 between Prism and Raven Fan Club. It should be a fun one. Head in game. Let's see how this match breaks out. Kill the music. Serious mode here. Shout out to Isaac Lane Alphon, manager right now of the side of Prism. And I will have this versus sign. Let me just fix this. And that is correct, alright? Prism versus Raven's Fan Club. Let's center it this way so you will know which one's Dire, which one's Radiant. So we'll get into the game. Smokes out from both sides. Free camera, alright. There we go, smooth cam on. And this should be a fun one to watch out for. Already early smokes being popped. Illusions to scout out here from Ghost. Why do I not hear pings? Let's put a little bit of the in-game music. 5%. Just for some ambiance, you know. Arlo does not find a ward. I mean, this... Ah, well, it could be this ward, I guess. They figure it out. They get lucky with positioning. Lots of commitment onto the mid wards as well here from the side of Raven's Fan Club. Do cover both sides. He roll out the barrel. Yeah, the Cinder Brew as a rolling barrel is interesting. Drenches enemies in its path and explodes at the end. It is pretty interesting. I do not know how that feels. I'm interested in seeing what that does for Seimei. I say we'll go for it. Doesn't look like too much excitement. A 2 for 2 in the end. We will get into these lanes nice and soon. Sunder, I don't think the TNC match is as exciting. It's up against 500 Banana. I'm not sure how that goes. This one's a lot closer. Raven's Fan Club versus Prison. And I will actually amend that text. Not actually, that works fine.
You
Alright. Mid lane, Bob up against Mac, the classic matchup we tend to see for a long time. You know, Execration versus Polaris all the way back. Mac should have the advantage for sure. You are the Zeus with Live Wire, with a static field amplification when they get close. You've got a lot of output there from Mac. Play with Bob. Does at least have River Regen to play with early on, so is not going to be fully out of options, but the damage from Mac should start to get overwhelming at some point. I'm keen to see what Bob can do to slow this down, but I think just by nature of the matchup, it's not particularly comfy for Bob. Still taking a look at the other side lanes, you do have a lot of low HP already on Tsukimoto up top, getting probably pounded by the cogs from Ayo, out of mana as well. Of course, Ayo is hanging around with Seimei on that Brewmaster. They are up against Ghost on that Naga. Again, hanging along with Ayo on the clock. And this one should be fairly straightforward for the Naga Siren. I'm just really not sure how value the Cinder Brew is with a barrel. I mean, it does have more. It does have a nuke. It could be worth something. Trying to knock some cogs around Ayo does not find additional connections. So it's not too bad for Seimei. But the mana burn is going to be quite annoying here. Take a look at the last lane. Force down bot. Play hard. Already dropping low. Goes to the tower. And Prism will find themselves the first pick off in the game. Not quite first blood. But they do get punishment onto that Hoodwink. A decent enough early start. You are getting some space out here for Raven. And in terms of CS, it is a lot smoother so far for Raven Fan Club. For RFC, let's call it. RFC. Raven having a great little time on the Centaur. Again, this is not necessarily an easy lane for the CK. You're in immediately striking range, within range to just get hoof stomped and double-edged. You are fairly beefy here on the Centaur in the CK though, so it's not going to be too bad. Will manage to find Ghost up top, so they are starting to find those openings. The damage output from Cinder Brew is pretty crazy. Mainly just right clicks coming in though from our Brewmaster, probably well brewed up. They are still having a go at it. Let me boost the in-game volume. Just realized I usually have this at 50. Yeah. Alright. So far, despite, again, slower CS inside of Prism, they are having a stronger showing in lane, and you are actually getting a lot for Bob. The fact that he's matching Mac and Farm is very noteworthy for the Slardar. In most cases, Zeus just runs over a lane. So the fact that Bob is actually keeping up despite all this harassment from Mac is some good news. Up top, just a little pull coming out here from Tsukimoto. Ayu trying to punish, does get the cogs off and is looking for the kicks. We'll find 1, 2 connections, no mana left on Tsukimoto. Seimei is trying to help with a smash down, but the battery assault from Ayu, the creep wave is copying all of it. Inside of a couple of hits, Tsukimoto is fine. Dreary amount of HP, no mana. Will be forced to back off. But just enough for them to stay alive. And again, so far, a strong start, all things considered here for the side of Prism. Mid lane again for Bob is not going too badly at all. The bot lane is probably the weakest point for 423, but Raven not in the safest spot. Good reality rift. Carlo will clean up. We'll get a bushwhack to try to punish 423, but the aggro is passed onto the creep from Carlo. 423 is going to be perfectly fine. 3-0 start for the side of Prism. Ravens Fan Club falling a little bit short off the mark here, I would say. Expecting a little bit more for the intro for the start of the side of Ravens Fan Club. Still have to see how it does go as it develops. Again, Bob is farming really damn well up against this Zeus of Mac. Mac is building up stacks, but that is scouted out by this early vision drop by Tsukimoto, so they can contest down the line. Bob just already forcing out that heavenly jump. Such a long cooldown in comparison to the crush. Bob could just rush over, try for the crush once more. But again, as long as Mac has mana with a Chain Lightning, Arc Lightning, it's fairly painful for Bob to experience that. Half HP gone. Does have a wand at least. with some charges, so he is fine. You have the gate usage out from Carlo, instantly spotted out by Ayo. So not really able to maximize on the rotation. They will play it safe on the side of Ravens Fan Club. And they will hold back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Still slow and steady pressure coming out here. They will entrap Carlo, but just doesn't move and attacks the cogs. No opportunities for Ayo to get further kicks. 1v1 lane for the CK up against the Centaur. Not too bad for 423. With the level 3 and the Chaos Strike, it's feeling fairly happy here. Still, Play Hard is around to get the first stun. They get Bushwhack as well. But Carlo comes in. It's more than enough to allow 423 to back off. Again, they do have Nature's Attendants at level 2 now. So there is flash healing for 423, and he will eat the Lotus. Top, just posturing a little bit down mid. Again, you are seeing Mac eke away at Bob, but Bob is just sitting in the puddle recovering. 4 extra HP region in the puddle or a river. Rushing the Blink, power treads up on our Slardar. Get some good wards to protect as well. Sentry, not gonna last long, doesn't have enough time to clear out. At the least. And again, Prism in a good spot. To get aggressive now onto Raven. They've got a nice Alpha Pack creep. Trying to bait out the chase. Carlos still going. Letting the creep tank the damage. Is going to get denied off. Armlet timing here for the CK is not going to be too bad. Meanwhile, a rotation up top from Mac. Does clean up Seimei. So the Brewmaster just a little bit out of position. Does not have level 6 up yet. Great opportunity for the side of Ravens Fan Club. To get some punishment going. Bob, though, does look for the rotation early on onto Ghost. The cogs will stop. And good dodge out with a Conjure Image. For the Mirror Image.
Dire structures are
Ghost to bail out of the Cursed Crown.
Dire's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
Bottle Refill for Bob doesn't line up. I do believe it went in the backpack. Don't manage to get that done. Or the time was just a little bit slow. And again, there's some wards here from the side of Ravens Fan Club to watch these rotations. They're not catching them by surprise anytime soon. Still, 423 finds a free bot tier 1. Haste out for Mac, though, setting eyes down bot. They want to catch 423. Bushwhack connects. Hoof stops there. Double edge at level 3. They've got the nuking damage with Mac. 423's all alone. Try to push him back. But the damage is there. This Zeus with a haste is getting work done. Carlo will be able to TP out, but they find the big one. The man and the horse taken down to the ground. You're more than happy now in Ravens Fan Club to get this rolling start for Mac. Phylactery coming out soon for that Zeus. Blink for Bob. Again, he's played the lane really well. Still a ways off here for Bobby. And the side of Ravens Fan Club are still keeping this game rather even. You do have an overwhelming lead for Mac. Seimei and Bob are doing a fine job of keeping up, and all things considered, 423 is farming just a tad better than Ghost, although Ghost, again, with a mirror image, should start to be clearing out a lot faster relatively soon. But the same thing kind of goes with the CK when Phantasm's up. Nice and easy farm for 423 to find. Early timing out for Raven, has the full Veil. So his nuking damage with the double edge is up there. We'll see if he finds the opportunity to leverage that. No Blink Rush out here for the Centaur just yet. And for the side of Ravens Fan Club, this is a much more comfy game for them to play slowly. Again, they scale up. They have a lot of options in trying to just... going for the late game. They will catch out Carlo. Trying to heal through, but the nuking damage is there and he will fall. AO picks it up for himself. And they even out the kill board. The one thing for the side of Prism is they do need initial items, like Blink up for the Slardar, they need a Radiance for Seimei into the Manta, more often than not, or a Blink. And that will take some time that you don't quite have. And considering the early aggression you can play off with a Zeus and your 2 supports here. Don't manage to find the rune down bot. It is denied out by Tsukimoto. So he does just waste some time here from the side of Ravens Fan Club. Still, RFC, again, you're happy enough. You're farming up in Ghost. You've got this ramping start up for Mac. Does have that Phylactery up. Your Blink here for Bob. Still 1,100 gold away. You are getting space out for your CK. 423 is doing a fine job of just farming up like this. Does feel like you need to find at least a blink on Bob. They will smoke out here with Bob. Try to get a flank. They've drawn lines up top. Ghost is farming that area. Good read from Prism. Will they spot Ghost there? They know the real Ghost is in there. Get the stun off. They mark the right one. The Bramble's up as well. Can they get the chain stuns? The TPs are coming in. Mac's gonna show up. There is no Song and Ghost, so there's no save. Good dodge with a Mirror Image again, and the Thunder God's Wrath. Bob, not healthy. Stampede to keep the chase. Bushwhack doesn't miss the mark. But Carlo is gonna be sacrificed. Or will he? Manages to run away. The Nature's Attendants are there, and Untouchable as well. Does save the day.
Now's not a good time to attack the
423. They find the big one on the side of Prism. They're buying space out for 423 to farm. And for Seimei. Radiance for Brewmaster's not too far off. Number 2 in net worth right now on the map. Number 1 trading spots with Mac. And that is worrying. Like once the Radiance up on Seimei, the burn, the mischance, especially even for a Zeus, which sounds so awkward, but even the Zeus kind of cares about mischances now. Especially as you work into Manta Shard. We'll have some impact and durability here. And off that kill, Bob, just a margin away from his full Ags. Gonna have himself a grand old time once that's up as well. See if they can keep this up on the side of Prism. Do have the slight net worth lead lining up their way. Again, the thing here for RAVENSFANCLUB, you do have your level spike still lined up. Level 6 on AO, level 6 on Play Hard. You've got Ghost working into the Manta Orchid, probably the Heart down the line. Typical for the Naga. I'm just concerned about how tanky this Naga really feels. Again, with the Heart last time around, it only had, what, 2.4k HP. It's really not that much. Just doesn't feel like the most durable core at the moment. Yeah, let's see. Smoke out with that fresh blink for Bob. They want Raven. Smoke's broken. Instantly Corrosive Haze and melted away. Raven's gone. Freebie for Bob with Bedlam on top. Are trying to rotate out on the side of RAVENSFANCLUB. I'm not going to be able to force that fight out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Overall, good stuff we're seeing out here from Prism. 5-3. Again, it's not like they have a massive lead, mind you. RAVENSFANCLUB is still in a position to play the game. But when they can start playing that game, it remains to be seen. We shall see. Still all the free space in the world here for Seimei. Radiance is up and running on our brew.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So there's some decent damage and durability up on Seimei already. There's that blink we've been looking for on Raven. So again, some great initiations starting to form together here for RFC. We've got the hook shot ready in AU. They've got the sharpshooter on Play Hard. There is play. Great arcane rune as well for Mac to find. Rune control just not lining quite up for Prism. As they'll smoke up now on the side of RAVENSFANCLUB. See where they opt to go. Mac does reveal it. Again, Raven still has his blink to reveal. They jump in. Catch Tsukimoto. Thunder Gods clean up. Only support. Would have wanted more. They might find more on Bob, but he does manage to blink away. Safety of the tier 2 will buy him time. Tier 1 mid will be fortified as well. And you don't mind that kind of loss for Prism. No comment. Chichai, 23. Up top, Seimei. Playing poke with Ghost. Does have level advantage as well on this Brewmaster, and he will TP out. Maybe start to make some plays. No, just going back. Get some stable farm in the jungle. There were rotations coming in. Good wards to watch. And from the side of Prism. Smoke out now. Trying to move forward on Tsukimoto. Will get forward wards. Has the smoke broken by Mac. Mac doesn't quite see him. See if Seimei can connect. Radiance is turned off. Smoke's still running. Mac, they're not safe here. They do find him. They get the bear out, the Stampede to try to save, but the Brambles do connect onto Mac, and he's crushed by Bob. One more down for Prism as Bob diving tier 2s to get the Crows of Haze. We'll find Ghost Courier with the Manta recipe. That's the Manta gone for 2 minutes. Big opening. Less saves. Less dispels on hand for the Naga. Play hard, still tracked with the Corrosive Haze. Is going to try to go for the gate. No, it just keeps running, but the Blink's ready on Bob. He's got the distance. He's got the crush. Play hard has the Bushwhack to try to stall. Will get critted away by Seimei. 7-4. Strong showing so far from the side of Prism. Gonna hit this Blink timing out in 4-2-3. Gonna hit that Orchid timing on top. Carla does get spotted out by Ayo. Can you really damage the Hoodwink fast enough? With Mac around, perhaps. And it does amount enough with magical output. They will sacrifice the support again. So far, only supports being traded. Again, you are getting some good distance out here for the side of Prism. You catch the real Ghost. Don't catch him with a cursed crown. This Ghost is still going to be fine. Again, Manta was delayed by a minute, but it is still set to come out. No action coming out onto that hero. Smoke out from Raven's Fan Club. Ayo, can he find that hook? Bob presents himself. They found Raven, but there's a hook shot. They've got the backup. Bob, isolated by himself. 4-2-3 does not see the angle in. That's the big one to find. Some punishment for Bob getting too aggressive. That will set things right for the side of Raven's Fan Club. Still trying to set up for bot. Blink forward from 4-2-3, wanting to make a move onto Raven early. Does not have the burst. Instead, Bushwhack's there. Ayo is here with the entrapment. Reality Rift to try to drag back. Stampede to disengage. And they will successfully back off here on the side of Raven's Fan Club. But they won't find that Centaur kill. Still, I think the space you're building up on the side of Prism, it still feels good. Seimei and 4-2-3 are still up there in that fort. They're matching Ghost and Mac. And the fact that they're matching Ghost is quite frankly surprising on Naga Siren. You'd feel like these illusions would be doing more. Perhaps with a Manta can start to get a little bit better, but it's not ramping up as fast as you'd want on the Nagas at all. Vision out from the side of Prism is so strong as well, right in front of the tier 2. Right in the triangle on the ramp. Somewhat awkward spots. A D-Ward. You have the Zeus who will eventually spot it out, but not quite yet. 4-3 pops the Phantasm. Again, has the Blink, has the Reality Rift. They can play into this one if they want to. We'll opt to just farm. Manta almost done now on Seimei. A little bit of Dispel on hand. Lead for Prism only down to 1k. So it's not that much for Prism to play with. Raven's Fan Club. Orchid fully done on Ghost. Smoke out again. Blade Mail for Raven. Carla. Again, not the target you'd want, but a target you will find. Get the break off as well. The healing is quite insane. The hook shot does not connect, but the cogs will come in. And Carla should be gone. And will go. We managed to catch Seimei, but he gets a split off. Can they clear out the Brewlings? We'll clear out the primary few. We'll get the push away on the rest. So split is down on top of all of that. So major wins for Raven's Fan Club. Doesn't feel like they're quite fully ready on the side of Prism now. As they are waiting for the BKB of Bob to be available. To have that steady frontline engagement here. 4-2-3 as well, looking for that BKB.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Are going to be waiting for a while.
Dire's bottom tower is in trouble.
Padota naman. Bob tips Mac Suerte. He wants to play Dota. And you can't when you're up against Zeus. Let me play Dota, says Bob. BKB is up, and now he should be able to play some Dota. We shall see. Smoke out. Prism. Trying to make a move forward for 4-2-3 with their own Orchid up. If they catch Ghost out, that could be a disastrous set of circumstances here for Ravens Fan Club. They've got the good flank. The hook shot is there, and Same does not have the split, so they'll be sacrificing their Brewmaster in this fight. But can they get the follow-through commitment here? Phantasm pop. 4-2-3 wants a big one. Catches Ghost. Deletes Ghost instantly. Bob looking for more. Has the crush ready. Marks Raven. Cogs will save. But AU's gone. Can they keep this chase going, though? Blink. They won't manage to disengage. 2 for 1. Off lanes for your pause 1 and support. A bigger trade coming out from Prism. And Prism, they sacrifice Same. They get things right. They get the proper flank. It's actually really fortunate that Same died in that spot, because it allows this really strong flank from the ramp, away from vision, away from control points, anywhere that you might have been spotted with that smoke. And again, it allows this creeping forward action for 4-2-3 to hit that BKB timing. #1 net worth right now on that CK. Your minus armor synergy of Slardar CK is just insanely strong. They're going to be able to do a lot of work here on Prisms. And for the side of Ravens Fan Club, I feel like this draft is just so strong. Zeus Centaur is very straightforward. It's just this Naga Siren I'm not sold on. Like, yeah, the heart's going to come out. How much HP will Ghost have by then? Probably 2k. Right, 2k HP. You have 2.8k with the armlet on for 4-2-3. 2.3 without it. Like, they will delete play hard. Again, the minus armor is just ridiculous. Reality Rift plus Corrosive Haze. -7, -15. Max level of Corrosive Haze is -27 armor. You can't sustain through that. You have a Deso that you could look to pick up as well. Thunder God's Wrath Scout. They will find Carlo once more. But we know what Carlo likes to do. He likes being that sacrificial lamb. And that he is. Roche open. 4-2-3 gets started onto it. They've got the Corrosive Haze. Roche -13 armor. Is scouted out by the flares, but Ravens Fan Club probably not going to be able to get there in time. Again, for the side of Prism, major objectives being found. They've managed to play their cards very well. With a secondary life up. Oh! Ayu! He actually got the Roche kill. How? His flare got the Roche kill. It's a stolen Aegis for 4-2-3. Outstanding. They get the gold. That's not insignificant. 200 gold. 135 gold each. 500 gold swing, considering how close the net worth is. Again, pretty impactful for AU to find. So you're more than happy now on the side of Ravens Fan Club. Still Prism. They've got the Aegis on hand. They've got a full pipe for Carla, mitigating some of that Zeus damage, even a CK's damage as well. They see an amp damage rune here lined up. Bob has the bottle, so he will pick it up. Again, smooth going so far. Why does my game feel really slow? 98%, maybe it speeds up. It does feel like NVENC is kind of causing issues in GPU utilization. That or streaming to 3 websites. One of those two. Probably streaming to 3 websites. $4-2-3. I mean, he's gonna have a heart. You're gonna have the heart. Again, it's just not impressive when you think about Naga Siren. 2.1k HP with a Reaver, alright? 2.9 with the armlet turned off with just a Reaver. You're talking about tanky cores. Naga's not it with a heart nowadays. 2.5k HP. Like, it just doesn't feel like that's gonna be anywhere near enough. Butterfly should boost that just by a fair bit, to be fair. So there is that. Manta up for Same. Shouldn't be as easy to try to pin him down. Bob still just hanging on to BKB Blink. Should be going for the Ags next. have a lot more impact with the Ags up. Bigger puddle. More HP regen. Can sustain. They are setting up for the tier 2 defense. They do have the high ground position. Carlo is scouting the high ground position. Does not manage to find anything just yet. But it does look like they have a feeling where Raven's fan club has gone. They spot Raven. Does instantly blink away. Still the Bramble does connect with the Stampede. Raven is still set to go. Does weave his way out.
Dire's top tower isn't looking so great.
That is the amp damage rune from Bob, not amounting to much at all. Still, rune control is maintained here for Prism. Illusion rune up for Bobby. So he has his own dodge mechanics to play with. 433 going for a Manta, full heart, 3.9k HP with a heart up and armlet on. 3.3 with it turned off. Like you have 2.6k on Naga. It doesn't feel amazing at all. It really doesn't. I think that's what a hurting point will be for the side of Raven's fan club. And where Prism might be able to eke ahead. It feels like the CK is just a bigger core. The Naga just does not feel impactful. The farming pace, you don't really have a huge item advantage. You're about 1k above in comparison to 423. Not noticeable really at 26 minutes in. One component up. Octarine's up for Mac. He has a shard with a Manta. So you have lane shoving in your advantage. Bob's still looking for a chase. Not gonna find anything. Scan also only spots out illusions. They do set up on this area. They are protecting Ghost well. Smoke out though. Oh, smoke is spotted from the Turn God's Rat. And play hard. Should still be set for 2 hits. One hammer and 2 hits. Or 1 hit and 1 hammer. That's it. That's all you need. 11 to 9.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Inside of Prism again. Just getting work done here. Nice and easy so far. Oh, Ghost does song. They isolate Bob, but they can't kill Bob. They don't even try to TP out. They orchid the wrong thing. They don't find a proper one, but the cogs with the Stampede kind of griefs Ghost. Bob will fall to the illusions of Ghost, though. The real Naga is spotted, but they don't have the jump. So they will lose Bob. Big pickoff for the side of Raven's fan club. Look awkward to start. Bob does fall. 423 not spotting the real Naga with that Orchid does cost them. They are punished. 11 to 10. 2k lead again. Raven's fan club in a good spot right now. As they catch out 423. Can they change the damage? The Aegis just expires. 423 can't toggle. He's dead. Seimei still has a split. He's trying to just kill off Ayo. Will get the split off now. Can they get anything done? Ayo is gone. Raven melting, but the damage done to Seimei's Brewlings is massive. Still, they're dropping Raven low. They will find him. Thunder God's Wrath cleans up Carlo. Here comes Bob on the respawn. Ghost is far forward. They'll try to isolate Mac first. Get the crush. Corrosive Haze taken off with a Manta. The damage. The Bedlam, not enough. Mac will sustain. Bob, can he get anything done for his team? They need to find something. Mac does manage TP out. Just a little bit slow on the fall. True blink. And now Tsukimoto set to fall. We'll get the sharpshooter to the face. Ghost looking for revenge. They will catch play hard on the Brambles. And he will get knocked down. What a mess. Ghost is not done. Blink out from Bob. 3 for 4 in favor of Raven's fan club. 2.7k gold swing their way. 1.1 only going to the side of Prism. Starting to fall a little bit flat. With no defensive items on 423, the chain control onto the CK is evident. Needs that Manta to be up Stoon. The Ags as well for Bob to help in that sustain up front. Does have the shard at the very least, so the Corrosive Haze on the crush is pretty impactful. But 14 to 14, again, this matchup across all the brackets is going to be the most even matchup. And what a game so far. Butterfly up now for Ghost. This is when that durability can start to feel like a problem with evasion on hand. No evasion pierce yet on 423, not until that full Bloodtorn's up. And even with that Bloodtorn, you have to spot the real Naga. You have to be on point. with identifying the
Radiant's
HP
bottom tower
here.
is under attack.
Prism still have a game to play. They've got the major talent spike for Seimei. Level 20 talent up. The Bruling's HP
Radiant's bottom tower
gonna be
is
a lot
looking
more
so
durable
great.
now. We'll
Radiant
lose
buildings
for
are
bot
fortified.
tier 2. Nice take here for the side of Ravens Fan Club. Seimei showing in lane. Aggressive wards here. Under creep vision as well. Seimei. Bob could not blink to get the crush. Seimei just trying to split. Will manage to get the space. And oh! 423 finds the kill onto Ayo. Seimei running forward, keeping track of Ghost. Does get the rock throw. The song will fade. Can they follow through here? Prism, the crush is out. They managed to identify the right one. Ghost is gone. Buyback from Ayo. Can't save. And Bob's on the run. Bob's looking for more. BKB will wear off. Seimei still in the split. Scouting with a fire. Ruling. Gets the tornado off. They'll get the crush on Ayo. He bought back. Can't afford to die. Play hard will be gotten. Ayo, will they let him go? Looks like they'll have to. They're diving into tier 3s with the tier 2s up. 17 to 14. No losses for the side of Prism. 2.9k gold going their way. Over the fact that they find Ghost. And this CK, man. That's without the Bloodthorn. That's into the butterfly of Ghost. It just doesn't feel like it's doing enough. If you can get focused down.
Dire's middle
Prism.
tower is under attack.
The aggression
Courier's down. Dire side.
is lining up.
Heal us.
Keep it going. Take the Tormentor away from the side of Ravens Fan Club. Free Shard now for 423. Additional illusion on that Chaos Vault. As the Bloodthorn to go into. As the Evasion Pierce lined up. Bob only 300 gold away from full Ags. Also has a shield rune to pick up. Been feeling great on his Slardar so far.
Middle tower isn't looking so great.
Ravens Fan Club. Again, just falling short on the mark here. Man, my game is kind of lagging. We do use the Turner God to try to scout. Moving forward with that smoke here on the side of Ravens Fan Club. They know the general location of the side of Prism. Seimei does have split. Not the easiest target to focus here. Can they find something softer?
Wait up.
Full Ags up for Bob. The durability to slaughter every time he crushes. It's no joke. Flares do scout out nicely here. They see Bob. But he really can't handle it. 3 tanky cores from the side of Prism. How do you engage? How do you start? Ghost. Scouting with the illusions. 423. Popping Phantasm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ravens Fan Club. Forced to back off. Smoke. Re-engage though. Not sputtered out by any of these illusions. But Mac makes it so obvious. Bob jumps forward. He's the one caught in the stun from Raven. Still, the split comes out. The real Ghost. He's up front. They know where he is. He's trying to escape. Stampede to save. Will be able to gap close. Oh no! 423 comes in. Damage is there, slowly being pumped in. The hookshot does not connect, and they manage to tornado up Raven, the song, to stall out. But he's stunned up. He can't TP. Ghost held back by Seimei, and the Stone Bruling still. They do manage to get the chain control out from Raven. Bob starting to fall low. Is starting to go, and the refresh Mac double. Thunder Gods will make it done. They'll lose Ayo. They might lose Play Hard. But no. 423 is the one dropping. Won't Play Hard will fall, but 423 will fall as well. 2 for 2 supports for cores. Ravens Fan Club on top of the world. It's Carlo. Oh, Hoof Stomp just short off the mark from Raven. We'll be able to reset. The refresh from Mac doing God's work and finding all of that there. Ravens Fan Club are starting to do it. Let me adjust my video. It does feel like we aren't really hitting what we want. Let's go 90% just to see. I'm not getting consistent 60. This does happen with streaming. I don't know if it's my GPU. I don't think so. But it could be because it's running in video broadcast and all of that. Roshan open for Ravens Fan Club off the back. Those takes. The war will give it away. Prism are in the area. Split still 30 seconds away. Bob's respawn is coming up. They can't contest. Aegis Cheese to go the way of Ravens Fan Club. Although Tsukimoto, can he be cheeky here? Doesn't look like it. Aegis does go to Ghost. Cheese is picked up by Raven. Bob doesn't manage to get the connection he's looking for. Stampede to disengage. Thunder God's Wrath to scout again. That's all she's going to be writing here. Mac, full Ags. Finds a good Arcane Rune on top of everything else. Bloodthorn now up as well for Ghost.
Loaded to the gills.
What a back and forth. 19 to 16, but Ravens Fan Club now pulling ahead with that Naga and the Zeus. Still, the challenge that remains for the side of Prism feels like identifying the right Naga. If they can find the right Naga, then these games can go either way. Shall see. Jump forward. That's a real Mac. No buyback for Mac. He bought out the Ags. They do have Aegis. It is a challenge for Prism to find anything else. But they could pressure onto objectives without that Zeus and his overwhelming magic damage. Bob, still on the hunt.
Dyer's bottom
Still scouting.
tower is under attack.
Will not find it. Is spotted out by the illusions for a moment.
Dyer's
4-2-3. Bloodthorn not too far off. Ravens Fan Club going for the sight of Vice and Ghost.
Dyer's side.
Raven going for a full
Dyer's
heart.
middle tower is under attack.
Into Sanj and Kaya. Our supports. Nothing too exciting. Casual
Dyer's
plate
middle
mail.
tower is in trouble.
Cloak. Gleipnir lined up here for play hard. Again, Bloodthorn up now for 4-2-3. So the evasion's not going to be as annoying here. Smoked up. Smoke broken. Can they get the control onto play hard? No. Oh, they got the stun back, but can't follow up on that either. Seimei commits the full split. They entrap Ghost, but they don't manage to body block. Ghost still on the way out. The crush from Bob falls short as well. There's still a song here, but they managed to catch the hook shot from AO Ghost. Oh, he will manage to get with a regen going. He's got the shard. He is going to get a reset. Seimei trying to use that Earth Panda as best as he can, but the reset's up. He will back off from the side of Prism.
Radiant's top tower is in trouble.
Do at least cut off Ghost from the continued chase. They will split off with Seimei. Need this Octarine to be up on the Brewmaster. Need more uptime on that split. 4-3 fully out of mana. Great saves. If that hookshot did not connect from AU, there would have been no window for Ghost to get that song off. Again, the Naga Shard is probably the one thing that makes this here viable. That HP based, that percent based HP regen, 10% max. It includes mana regen now as well? No way. That is absolute bullshit. 4% max mana regen per second. Song lasting 7. That is kind of messed up.
Dyer's bottom tower
It's already strong with HP. It didn't need a mana regen on top. Man, it's kind of wild. Tormentor to be taken by Ravens Fan Club.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Carlo just trying to
Dyer's
scout
bottom
out.
tower is under attack.
Where are you going?
Still hold onto the Aegis as well for Ghost. 4-2-3 recognizing he needs that BKB. For anyone curious, yes, TNC does have a game. The only issue is TNC is playing up against a pretty boring team in Team 500 Bananas. It's not particularly competitive, as they already are 1-0. Ravens Fan Club looking to be in fine form here in game number 1. With Prism, again, putting up a great fight. Just falling flat.
Dyer's bottom
With that
tower is
song.
in trouble.
It's just so difficult to find these engagements. Prism They've got that full Octarine up on Seme. More uptime on that split. 90-second cooldown, 30-second uptime. Around 58 seconds of cooldown to wait through. Much better than the 80 seconds last time around. Aegis does expire. Raven's Fan Club. They've got that full sight of Ice and Ghost. They've got the BKB on Mac. They've got the full Lotus and the Shivas up on Raven. So much armor to play with. The execution has to be here for Prism. Octarine up for Bob as well. More crush uptime. More puddles. Smoke on smoke. Can they find a flank? Prism, they draw the line towards the rear. Wanting to take the long way around into that position. Oh. But Seme? He walked back onto mid. He's getting bursted down. He can't get the split off. Seme's gone without split. They will kill off Mac. But there goes that reset again from Ghost. AU. It's gonna be fine. No buyback on Seme. The support's isolated. We'll get the crush, but the stomp from Raven will cut them off. The hookshot as well, trying to save. 423 will still find play hard. But what can they do about Raven? What can they do about Ghost? Carlos trying with impetus. It's not doing enough. The buyback now on play hard as well. The terrorize to get them out of there. This is a 2-for-1. But Seme gets greedy, breaks smoke, trying to repair the mid lane. Is the one to fall. An execution falls flat there for Prism. Raven's Fan Club. They find Carlo. The hoof stomps there. Carlo will give the gem away. A nice pickup for the side of Raven's Fan Club. And that'll set back the side of Prism heavily without the vision control. Gold kill. Plus the gem being lost. Amp damage rune at the very least coming out here for 423. Not like they can fully utilize this just yet in the CK. Again, the BKB still has to be picked up here by 423. They will jump in. Cheese eaten immediately by Raven, but he will get bursted. Does have buyback. They need to find more. They need to find Ghost. The crush Bob just clearing out a creep. Blink still on cooldown. We'll get the charge. They see Ghost. Can they catch Ghost? Oh, the crush onto 2. Bob finds play hard. Wants that die back. The song is out. It's enough to restart play hard again in the BKB. Bob fades away. Bob stuck in the middle of nowhere. Bob's gone. And we'll crush play hard. Die back for the hoodwink. But can you hope to find more for 423 without the additional minus armor? The answer seems to be no. Dodges out the net. Seme comes in. Does have the split. Will get it off. AU stuck in the middle. The cogs are buying time, but they will get the reality rift back. AU is gone.
Double kill.
25-19. Prism. Oh, they've isolated Ghost. He doesn't have that song. Does have the sight of Vice. They will pin down 423 long enough. He does get the blood tone off as well. 423, you're not healthy. No BKB yet. No Dispel. We'll get the Phantasm off, but Raven comes in with the Stampede and the Crush. They will pin him down. 423's gone. Does have buyback. But a bad set of exchanges now. Oh no, Seme, the TP was spotted on the edge. Your Brewmaster still has no buyback. And that should be the opening for Raven's Fan Club. Do you have a reconnect? FPS drop for Mac.
Your reputation precedes you.
But this does look like a 2-0 set for Raven's Fan Club. Red Brian Legaspi Estrella, thank you very much for your support there from Great Britain. Hope you're having a dapper of a day. Arvin Light, where's Mikey? This was a very last minute cast. So unfortunately, he could not make time. Prism. See how they have to go here. Wait for that reconnect. Does look like Carlos back and Max back, just waiting for the go-ahead. You have the go.
All right, let's do this.
I don't know about this from 423. He's going for the Wind Waker. Which on a pause 1 is fine, honestly. It's more of... I don't know if the Wind Waker is going to be enough over BKB. Let's try dropping this. I'm getting annoyed with the lost frame rate. Okay, we're getting 94 now. It still looks good, anyhow.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
Onto the mid they go, shoving in with illusions. Ghost does have the song back up. Can always go for the reset if need be. Terrorize the stall for time. Lotus Orb up on Carla to try to save. This spell for the CK is very important right now. They have to wait for 423 to be back. That's the brunt of their damage. On side of Prism, Carla going for the D ward is going to get stunned up. Hook shot forward, AO. They will find that kill. No buyback because he bought out the Lotus.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Mid rack set to go. Bot racks opened up as well. And for Raven's Fan Club, it does not look like there's much holding them back. Seimei will be back up. 423 will be back up. But the racks are set to fall. Raven's Fan Club rallying back in game 1. Prism falling short. Having such good control early on. But this damned song. This damned song just resetting these fights every time. These prolonged fights are not what you want to see here for Prism. Reliant so much on those BKBs. Let's see, they smoke out 423. Just using that ninja gear, but Roche is open again. Ghost gets work done. Free Ags to find as well. The reel in on spell immune targets. If they want it. The workhorse there as well if they'd want on Raven instead. And they will. Raven does get the shard. Does get the Ags blessing. The workhorse, the cart. The saves. Even more saves. Saves upon saves. For the side of Raven's Fan Club. As they will smoke. Prism. It feels like they have to eat three lives instead of 2. 17k lead for Raven's Fan Club.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Last set of racks. Jump in, Raven. Big hoof stomp already. The hookshot follow up. The entrapment of Seimei. Trying to get the split off. The song's out as well. The reset's there. Still 423 looking for the angle. Does have a Wind Waker. Still have the split ready on Seimei. 423, what's he gonna do? Does look like he's gonna try to just shove in mid. Maybe look for a flank out with ninja gear. Raven's Fan Club, don't commit much. Whole bunch of ultimates. But you still have Aegis. You have a refresh for Max. Smoke out. Prism.
Where are you going?
It's do or die. Can they find that initiation? Ghost almost breaking that smoke from the high ground. Sticking to the triangle. AU breaks the smoke of Bob. AU just walks past. AU still manages to get out. So the Green Crush will be there and they will find the clockwork. Seimei does manage to get the split off. Can they keep the real Ghost held back? Buyback on the clock. Has the outpost to go into. Does manage to head in. Hook shot to block off Bob. This fight is so split apart. 423 trying to focus in on Ghost. But the damage to control. It's there into the CK. Try to Wind Waker away, but it's not enough, really. 423 gets blood torn up. He doesn't have buyback. No buyback on the CK. Prism forced back. They'll lose Carlo as well. And I just don't know why you go with Wind Waker over BKB in this game. Fight so split apart. AU with a buyback. Blocking off Bob. Not allowing him to connect. And this is going to be the last set of racks going the way of Raven's Fan Club for sure. Again, still have Aegis. No more cheese. Have the song back up. Rack set to go. Hook shot onto Bob again. Isolating the Slardar. No BKB. Stuck in the middle of nowhere. And he's gone. No buybacks left. This is going to be the GG call. Same is set to fall. Will buy back. Doesn't have split. Just quite yet. 10 seconds away. Terrorize the stall from Tsukimoto. Can they do it? Prism. Looks like the answer might be no. Last split out from Tsukimoto. Another great hook from Player Hard on the back line to isolate from the fountain. And they might be able to find all the Brewlings, although Seimei playing poke with Play Hard. We get Carlo back in. Another crush out from Raven with a Workhorse Stampede. Carlo gone. No buyback. Aegis does expire on Mac. It is used up. It's a naked base. AU trying to get chipped away, but it's not enough there from Tsukimoto. Tsukimoto looks set to fall as Mac comes in. 423 does respawn, but the song to reset. 423, I don't know what you can do here. Going forward from Raven. Oh, the Orchid, the Bloodtorn, the GG's called. Game 1 will go the way of Ravens Fan Club. A great win up against a tough opponent here. For the side of Ravens Fan Club. Prism looked strong. They were bringing in that early aggression. They were hunting down the proper targets. But in the end, they weren't able to find the big ones that they were looking for. And the side of Prism will have to try to look to see if they can force a game 3 out. But a great start for the side of Ravens Fan Club in this best of 3. 1 game up. See if they can get the 2-0. So far looking to be in fine form this stack. Again, outstanding showing. Great initiations coming out from Raven. A great damage output from Mac. Again, all things considered, Bob controls the lane well up against that mid Zeus. Can take a look at the graphs here. Again, early on, you were having a good lead there for the side of Prism, but it just crashes once the team fight goes southbound. Once that shard was up on Ghost, it was just overwhelming and they just take over. Still, we'll have to see what is in store for us here in game number 2. Should be able to take a look at that relatively soon. As we do have the game live. Oh, no, can't watch game. Where's my boy, Michael Phoenix? This was a very last-minute decision, so Mike wasn't free. We'll see if he's free tomorrow. He might be. And we might be able to get Mike. We'll see. He is a busy man, after all. When will we upload the Miranda vlog? We have a lot of episodes. And we are still working on editing. It's a lot of footage, so don't you worry. Miranda vlogs will be there. I'll take a short water break, you guys. I'll be right back. Alright. Don't get too naughty here. Be nice. Chill out to the music. Are we still on Talon? Yes, we are. Alright, be right back real quick for some water. I will be back, guys. All right.
5 seconds remaining.
Back right in time.
Dyer's
Game 2
ban.
draft.
Radiant's
Ravens Fan Club versus Prism.
Radiant's ban. Ten seconds remaining.
No, Team TK
5
2-0.
seconds remaining.
Pantheon Indo. You're thinking about TK Esports, the other TK. Bracket, it's actually that's a good question because I don't know if my pin is still there. Let me fix that. OQ brackets. There you go.
Dyer's turn to ban.
Brackets are up on pin.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds, boss. Radiant's ban.
All right. Yeah, game 2. Game 1 did go the way of a Ravens Fan Club. So we will have to see
10 seconds remaining.
if Prism can force us into game number 3 here.
5 seconds, boss. Radiant's turn to ban.
Right. Let's see. Draft on hand. Do
10
take
seconds
care
left.
of the Zeus this time on Prisms and along with the Timbersaw.
5
Ravens
seconds
Fan Club
remaining.
still taking care of the TA. The Ench actually respect banded from Carlo and the Venomancer. What else? You're gonna keep that Centaur in. Centaur Axe. Gyrocopter, IO. Those feel like fairly stable options as well. Lots of options still left.
Dyer's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
How do I go to my YouTube studio? I lost my... Oh no, I didn't lose it. It's just on the wrong tab. Okay. Let's see here. They ban out now. Ban out the Meepo and the DK. And the Storm Spirit comes out here for the side of Prism. Mind you, Storm has felt pretty alright. I think the static slide is fine. His innates are pretty good in terms of sustaining and trying to snowball. So I don't mind this too much for Bob. It's a very early Storm pickup, mind you. So that
10
is coming
seconds
out
left.
at a very early point.
5 seconds, boss.
And I think that does
Dyer's
mean...
ban.
Shadow Fiend.
Dyer's turn to ban.
We'll go to Shadow Fiend, which is a really strong lane into the Storm. Mind you, this is probably one of the worst matchups for the Storm here that we have seen on hand ever since before. So that is a good start already for Ravens Fan Club. Prism, we'll have to look for some good answers here. They do take care of the Dark Willow. So Brambles are taken out of the equation.
10 seconds
What
remaining.
else will you ban out here for the side of Ravens Fan Club? You have first pick in the next phase.
5
Centaur
seconds
still in the
remaining.
pool. Axel in the pool. LC, if you wanted that. Nyx, again, as an answer to Storm. Doesn't feel too bad as well if you are concerned about that. But we just haven't seen teams really pick it. The laning phase still feels atrocious for Nyx, of course.
Fall at my feet, peasant.
Sob for Sanity. Unfortunately, they're not on ticket, so you have to be friends with someone watching it or someone in-game. The ticket is not implemented. It's on Challenger Mode Daily Tournaments, which is very much wrong. It should be on the Road to the International Open Qualifiers. So it's not there.
10 seconds remaining.
TNC did get their 2-0, and TeamTK did get their 2-0, so DJ Stack did
seconds,
get
boss.
2-0 as well. And this one for Ravens Fan Club, it's going to be interesting, because this could go 3 games. See if it'll pick up at this point.
Dyer's pick.
They'll take the Hoodwink once more.
Dyer's
So
pick.
do you still have that option? Prism will take the Tiny. So it's open enough that it could be a core Tiny here. Wouldn't mind a pause 1 Tiny for 423. Phantom Lee 005. 05. Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, you pick your win condition on first pick.
10 seconds
It
left.
feels like that's always kind of been ideal. Like if you can ban out
Radiant's
and
pick.
pick a strong condition first, then it works out. You get the Bat Rider up as well for Prism. So I'm wondering, are you running some weird stuff here? Nah, it should just be something like a Tsukimoto Bat Rider. Maybe a Barlow Bat Rider, actually. Tsukimoto Tiny?
remaining.
No. It sounds better to think of a Tiny Core. So a 423
5
Tiny,
seconds
I think,
remaining.
is the better route here. You go with a Barlow Bat Rider or a Tsukimoto Bat Rider. And again, you just go 423 Tiny. Centaur still comes out for Raven's Fan Club. Raven did have a pretty amazing time last time with that Centaur up, so you can't really fault him for going back into it. Does do a lot of work right there. Again, it
10
has
seconds
been
left.
feeling fairly strong. So you really can't fault anyone for going for
5
it.
seconds, boss. Dire's choice.
And we'll go with the Oracle pickup now as well on Raven Fan Club. This is interesting. The Oracle does feel really bloody strong right now. The spell amp is the healing amp is insane as the game goes
10
on.
seconds remaining.
Does feel like his utility is not too bad
5
either.
seconds
So I
remaining.
do like seeing this from the side of Raven Fan Club. I have to see what they take. It's a great save for Bat Rider as well. You've got a Dispel on hand, and the rune prediction when you do have a Storm Spirit and a Shadow Fiend is huge. It's huge for the side of Raven's Fan Club, right? Like you get to deny it away from the Storm Spirit. Your SF will snowball even harder. Like everything kind of lines up there for Raven's Fan Club. The sad thing is, we spectators don't get to see that. It is counted as team chat, so it's not something we see, unfortunately. Why aren't people going Tiny mid or off? I think mid is still fine. I think off lane is not so much. Do like the Mars pickup here for the side of Prism. So they've got a very nice off lane to play with. A lot of good teamfight can come out here. A Mars Bat Rider lane sounds really good
Radiant's banned.
as well. And now they're taking care of the big core matchups. Troll gone. You'll probably want Lifestealer gone here from the side of Raven Fan Club. You don't want to have... You don't want... I mean, you don't... Prism doesn't want Raven Fan Club to play Lifestealer into Mars, into Storm. It is fairly annoying. With an Oracle to back it up. Like, there's so much
5 seconds.
for a
left.
Lifestealer here. Like, it does feel ideal to just ban it out. We'll see what the bans will be for Raven's Fan Club. As they might be expecting a pause 1. They might be expecting a support. Barlow Bat Rider doesn't sound bad, but a Mars Tiny can get run down. Double melee. It can easily go on top of someone. I just feel like Tiny 1 is just so strong right now. Again, with a shard, with how durable you are.
Radiant's banned.
With like Moon Shard buildup or just Echo Saber, Shadowblade, Silver Edge, it feels pretty good. I think the Tiny Core pause 1 is back. We'll ban out Bloodseeker on the side of Raven's Fan Club.
Dire's banned.
They'll take care of the Monkey King as well.
Dire's pick. Radiant's choice.
And they'll take care of the Naga. They'll go with a raise your last pick for the side of Prism, so it is a support Tiny. Razor into Centaur lane, to be fair, is really good. You end up with maybe a Razor Tiny lane, so you can play around tossbacks with Static Link. You've got a good slow to set up for Avalanche Toss here with a Plasma Field. Does line up nicely. I think it can work. I worry about the scaling on the side of Prism. I think Raven's Fan Club, just with the SF, does feel a little bit better. I mean, you could argue that you might not have the best hold for the Storm. We'll go with Weaver here as well. You don't have the best hold for Weaver either on the side of Prism here. We'll have to see. It is going to be the Carlo Batrider, Tsukimoto on the Tiny. So it does look like you will run a Tiny Mars lane and a Batrider Razor lane instead of getting all too aggressive with like a Tiny Razor. And for the side of Raven's Fan Club, nothing too strange. You've got Max Shadow Fiend, Ghost Weaver, Centaur once more for Raven, AU Oracle, and Play Hard Hoodwink once more. It's very straightforward. I think my concern here for the side of Prism is it does feel like they need the onus is on them to really snowball here. Because if the scale's on, the Weaver with an eventual shard is just going to be a ridiculous amount of damage. Right, the SF, magical SF, has a lot of room to grow. It will curb stomp the Storm lane. And that's my concern for Prism. Like, if the lanes come out slow, you'll get overwhelmed from the timings here from Raven's Fan Club. And it doesn't take too long for them to do that. So you get into the game. Where's Mike X Anime on YouTube? Mike is busy. This was a very last minute thing. I forgot that qualifiers were running today, actually. So I made a snap decision to cast. As we will get into it, let me reposition this title card. Use this team card right there. So Prism is Dire. Raven's Fan Club is Radiant. We will get into it. Game number 2 in this best of 3. Everything on the line for a team like Prism. And 1 game away for Raven's Fan Club to make it through to the semifinals, where if you win, you're in. Have to see. Already aggressive wards being set up here by Raven's Fan Club. Oh, my FPS improved. What happened last game? It's getting like 60. Maybe just Naga Illusions. And again, really good wards being set up by Raven's Fan Club, holding on to a good position to try to bait someone in. As long as they don't get impatient here.
T-minus 30 seconds.
See if they do. Should be able to trade 2 for 2 on those bounty runes at the end for Prism. And they will. No excitement coming out. No first blood early on. Though they will contest. Does look like.
Watch your flanks.
And they actually won't find. They will still get 2 for 2. So they did give up the upper position.
Move.
So not too bad for the side of Prism, nor is it too bad for Raven's Fan Club. John Denver Salvaloza. Aurora got the direct invite. Yes, the direct closed qualifier teams are posted on PGL's Twitter. Make sure to check it out. I believe I did repost. I'm not sure. As we will take a look at that mid lane matchup first. Storm versus SF does not feel great for Bob. He can stand back, play with a static slide, but you're not going to be threatening that static slide onto Mac at all. Mind you, it is fairly mana efficient for you to play with a static remnant. It is a very cheap spell for the damage it does pump out. But if Mac can land all of these Shadow Raises, it can be painful. Still, 4-3 does manage to find first blood. T-Tours already, chat. They will just get a nice set of slows from Carla and a good chase down with Static Link. Not much Raven can do just yet. Does have a Who Stomp. They will snipe AU's Courier down bot as well. So already early activity for Prism shaping up. This bot lane, of course, for Ghost. It's not too bad. It's double melee into double range. So you do feel great here. Tsukimoto probably going to have to look for some pulls. Does have the nice ward setup to snipe Couriers early on. They do not have the sentry in lane either to try to stop Ghost from just weaving in and out, although it's way further back. So in this position of the lane, not really there. They do have damage to pump in once they have level 3 with Avalanche Toss. Maybe a level 2 God's Rebuke or a level 2 Spear here for Seimei. Things can start to line up. Do love seeing AU bring out the Oracle again with a Clairvoyant Cure. It does do a lot of work. 1% per hero level, level 5, 5% amplification. It's nothing to scoff at. 10% amplification at 10 is kind of crazy. 15 at 15, you know. 20 at 20, like, it scales really strong. Tsukimoto copying a lot of minus armor from those pesky bugs. You start with 0 on Tiny, they will get the Avalanche. No Spear back, does not connect from Seimei. Quick scurry there from Ghost. Quick Shikuchi from Ghost. The bot lane is a little bit of a disaster. The mid, not as much of a disaster for Bob as you'd expect it to be up against the SF. Still, again, a better time so far for Mac. Does at least manage to trade 1-for-1 for the Water Rune, so you still have some play again here for that Storm. Mac, though, is starting to get a little bit aggressive, but again, has to respect the static slide, has to respect the overload. There is some trade potential for Bob, but Bob's already forced a TP. 1-1. Does not manage to get the cooldown on the last raise. Still forcing Bob all the way back home is huge. We'll find play hard again. Carlo really working this Bat Rider well. And this hero is so damn annoying. Raven, though, trying to drop Carlo low enough for the double edge. Not quite gonna find it. Good set of kills to come out there for 4-2-3 and Carlo. Top lane is probably the one lane that does feel great here for this side of Prism, but in terms of CS, it's actually not that great. Seimei and Bob are having a bit of a better time in finding these creeps for themselves.
Who lets an animal wander around a
Nice snipe again from Tsukimoto. Again, this really nice cliff ward does allow you to snipe these couriers easily. Gets the bounty rune as well, so it's still a 1-for-1. Bob trying to punish play hard, does not quite have enough. Really kill off. Again, state of the game is pretty alright for Prism, but not too bad for Raven's Fan Club either. Seimei left alone. Oh, the control and the damage is ridiculous coming out here from the side of Raven's Fan Club down bot. Seimei will be fine, but he's copying the short end of the stick. He is having arguably a better time than Raven, who is stuck at an abysmal 7-2. Not even bothering with a return damage.
Dyer's courier just got put down.
4-2-3. Courier will fall. Pretty big take with a Glove of Haste. Still, Mac stuck in the middle. Avalanche toss does not connect proper from Tsukimoto. He doesn't even have toss. They do find Mac in the end. Bob still gunning for more. Wants AU. Water Rune refill. Static slide with a toss. Can he get the damage? One more. And will get the job done. Bob finds it. Mac calls it GG. Bob. Abed? Sorry. Bob getting work done for his team with Tsukimoto. 0-4 start for Prism. And the SF is still finding some CS, but with those kills, the Storm is in a very happy spot. Slower start for Raven. Stronger start for 4-2-3. Carla having already a lot of impact on this Bat Rider. The one thing they do lack here on the side of Prism is some stacks. Right, you've got the Bat Rider support. You want to be able to clear stacks. You want to be able to get that blink timing. Not really there. Not really available for the side of Prism right now. We did see it down bot. Did drop low on Ghost, but the healing is there. Trying to stop Raven from just dragging this creep wave away. Bob gonna zip forward. Gonna get the Vortex off. They do get the pushback onto Carlo. They get the chain control, and the damage is there with Mac. Mac is out of mana, though. Won't sacrifice, and they still get the creep wave, so you are happy on the side of RFC. You also managed to find Seimei earlier on. Regen Rune, play hard, holding on, trying to give it to Mac. We'll be able to get it, no problem. Good forward vision here. Very sneaky right by the tier 1 in an unexpected angle. And there's no counter warding from the side of Prism just yet. And of course, you're playing Rune Control into an Oracle. And you always have the advantage here for Raven's Fan Club early on. Or in fact, for most of the game, as long as you can play off of that innate. Well,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Starting to inch towards the level 6 now of Seimei. Once you've got that arena, perhaps you can start to line up for more kills onto Ghost. Slow down this Weaver. Does have the Falcon Blade up. We know the key timing is early on. Falcon Blade Javelin. Weavers tend to show up on the mid lane. Start to get aggressive. Start to look for more with what they can do with that damage output. Again, all things considered, Bob did not get crushed in lane. Our Storm is hanging on. Number 3 in net worth. It's been way slower for Raven. Even slower than Seimei's. And Ghost, he'll eventually farm up. And the key things like Power Treads, Falcon Blade with Javelin. That's when you start to feel good here on the Weaver. Speaking of that, Weaver, Ghost stuck in the middle. They do manage to get the spear off, but the Fate's Edict does save from all of that magical burst. And Ghost is fine. They TP and play hard. Get the root off onto Kimoto. 4-2-3 coming in to help. They get the tree toss onto Ghost. They still find the kill. Spear to clean up, play hard. The shish kebab is there. And 4-2-3 with a wonderful rotation. Doesn't able to clean up for the side of Prism. RHC just slow on the uptake. They bring in one support, but none of course respond. Mac not quite ready. Raven needing recovery. No Stampede up yet on the center either. We'll get a nice Radiant scan. The Shield Rune will go the way of Bobby, which is pretty big. Again, considering you've got the Oracle to help you predict. Just a little bit slow. Making it over as they will try to catch for more. Seimei! Woo, boy, almost dead. The zip forward from Bob does catch out AU. They want to kill this Oracle off first, and they will. Here comes Ghost. Mac as well, trying to look for the raises. Only connects onto one. The Shield Rune's keeping well protection up on Bob. Tsukimoto will be the sacrifice. A support for a support. A 5 for a 4, though. Feels pretty good for the side of Raven's fan club. Still, up top being a nuisance onto Raven. Plasma Field does not connect. 3-7. Prism. Again, the laning, in terms of the kills, is starting to really line up. They've always found this strong early start for themselves here. Smoke out, though, from Raven's fan club. Oh, could be... Oh, smoke broken. Mac. There are some stacks there. They can't afford to give this away. 4-2-3. Just trying to static link away. Here comes the zip. Bob. Oh, but Fate's Edict again saving Mac. Nice bushwhack onto 2, but the toss back. Oh, they blow up Mac. Play hard, forced to try to TP away. Can he make it out? No, he cannot. AU left alone. Stuck in the middle of nowhere. A double for Bob. 3-0. They save the stacks. And the smoke does not pan out for Raven's fan club. It is buying some much needed space for Raven. Rushing that blade mill on the Centaur. We've also got the power treads finally flying out for Ghost. Javelin to follow, I'm sure. But Carlos giving no rest for Raven. Keeping those stacks up, trying to burn him down. TP is there. We'll bail out. No 6 yet from Carlo. Still, Prism looking sharper in game number 2. Feeling a lot better as well about how these things go. Jasper Malad, kumusta? We're doing great. Got some good games. 1 game up for Raven's fan club. But not too far off for the side of Prism. Smoke out. Raven's fan club.
Dyer's bottom tower isn't looking so
Can they
great.
do anything? Doesn't feel like they have the tools. No Stampede. They'll get a good scout forward. Sneaky ward from AU. With the smoke.
Haste!
Smoke out, though? That's under vision. These sneaky wards that Raven's fan club planted earlier are still not spotted by the side of Prism. This entire rotation up top is revealed. The scan as well lets him know. Bob, smoke breaks. Haste is fading, so he's not going to be able to find anything. We'll clear out at least 1 camp. Looks like that's all. Ghost still getting some good space out to get this farm up. But really, Seimei doesn't care. He's farming up too. He always has the threat for the arena spear back.
I'm over here.
Wards are about to expire at the least. Carlo finally having some room to get his own farm. Is going for the arcane boots first, so no blink rush here with Browns for Carlo. They do have that initiation on Bob anyhow. They're clearing out. Making a jump onto Raven. 4-2-3 solo. Getting some damage output going.
Over here.
Stacks are safely cleared before any
Radiant's
invasion
bottom
can
tower
come
is in
out.
trouble.
Should be the Kaya for Bob, it looks like, coming in. 11 stacks of the Galvanized. Some great free mana to pump in here onto the Storm. Getting some room for Tsukimoto to just farm mid as well. Toss back. Zip forward. Bob will connect with the Vortex and Playhard's gone. Another charge of Galvanized for the Storm. 5-0-2. That's going to be 5 permanent stacks of mana regen for him.
What have we here?
Slow game for Ravens Fan Club.
Whoa, what I missed?
Radiant's
Just
middle
needs
tower
so
is in
much
trouble.
more. Mac has the ults, probably wants a blink, if not a BKB or a Kaya. Really feels safe there. Again, Ghost is still here. Avalanche toss up. Arena Spear, not quite there. TP from Mac is enough to threaten them away. We'll play it safe. Arena, though, catches Mac. Where's the follow-through? Zip across from the map. Bob onto Mac. Yule's up. Can he get the channel off? He will. He's still dead. Bob. Bob the Wrecker is online. The wrecking ball across the map. Just to look for more. Ghost would be such a massive target. But he will play it safe. Not going to farm up these camps in close proximity to the fight. Treats at 12 on the side of Prism. 4-2-3. Going for the BKB rush. Bob into the BKB as well off the Kaya.
Bottom tower is under attack.
13 charges on that Galvanized.
Radiant's bottom tower is gone.
Another point of permanent mana regen for the Storm. Always feels good. What's he up now? 6 stacks of permanent mana for all those kills. 0.6 mana. Not too bad for free. You know, it's big for a Storm. Are we inching towards this blink timing down the line for Carlo? Sure, it will be some like blink 4 staff, if not the ults. Tsukimoto waiting for his blink out as well. Long ways off on him. Again, for the side of Ravens Fan Club, it just doesn't feel like they have play. They are stuck farming. They are stuck in this build-up. Raven does have a blade mail. Blink, 900 gold off. Arcane rune for Bob, though. I'm surprised they're just not able to commit with that prognosticate from AU. Giving the Storm all of these runes is a big boon for Bob. It does allow him a lot of play. Arcane rune of all things as well. He does fully commit on the chase forward. It's going to be devastating. We'll go for the smoke. Bob. Again, still holds on to the arcane. Needs to get that jump. Let's show Tsukimoto up front. Mac. Oh, he bites the bait. The arena from Seimei. Perfection onto 2. Yules to save Mac for now. Is it going to be enough? Stampede? No. The lasso's out still. They do get the save with AU, and they will snipe off Bob. Ghost finds Carlo on top. A huge set of kills. Ravens Fan Club. AU in the right spot at the right time, but Seimei does snap. Mac still gone. Raven stuck in the middle of all of this. 4-2-3. Dropping low, but Raven low as well. Ghost forcing out the fight. Does not have time lapse. 3 for 3 in the end. Big kills for the side of Ravens Fan Club. Bigger swing yet for Ravens Fan Club, but not too bad for Prism. Bob, unfortunately, dropping off the face of the earth from that save. AU changing the fight dynamics there with the false promise. Purging off the lasso. Giving that window of opportunity for Mac. You have to find this Oracle. If you are on the side of Prism, AU has to go. Ravens Fan Club, though. 100 gold away for Raven on that blink. Almost there as well for Mac. Spear back, toss up in the air, stalling for time. The Vortex is out. Bob will find another.
Radiant's middle tower is gone.
7 permanent stacks of Hint.
Radiant's top tower isn't looking so great.
16 stacks of Galvanize. 5.1 innate mana regen. Amplified damage rune now as well. Blink up for Raven, though. Can they play off the back of this? Shall see. Full Maelstrom up for Ghost. Trying for the Dragonlance. Again, the vision game has been spectacular from the side of Raven's Fan Club. They don't actually deward these. I'm so curious why. This is a sentry, no? Or is it not? Is it an obs? It's yellow eyes. Why does it say it's a sentry ward? It's an obs ward. Did he name it sentry ward? Or is it bug? I'm insane. Is that a custom name? Ah, the ward's gonna go anyhow. Zigmoto, his own blink up, 500 gold away. Carlos saving up, more than likely for that blink.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
Very fast shard to find for Seimei. Into the BKB. Double spear is going to cause a lot of issues, especially again, if you can start to find this Oracle. Still, burst blade potential is there for Mac. Blink Yule's Requiem ready to go.
Radiant's top tower is in trouble.
Find Tsukimoto up top, commit the Stampede to try to bail out. Will smoke as well. Carlo, the only responder. Nice support pickup, considering how far behind you are on Raven's Fan Club. Pickup like that does count. Still, Bob, BKB coming in. BKB done on 423. Manta next. BKB for Seimei, also on its way.
Radiant's bottom tower
One
is
part away,
looking so
basically,
great.
just lacking the gold for the recipe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now find Carlo once more.
Dire
Support
buildings
hanging
are
around top. Does get punished. Mac reveals that Blink Yule's combo. But they'll find AU. That's the one you want. This is the one that opens up further fights. They know Requiem's down as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Can
attack.
they sneak around? Can Bob get that big use of BKB? And they're walking under vision. Bob might be able to find Raven, and he will. Can they kill off the Centaur, though? They'll try. Get Arena as well. They've got the outbreak. Raven's gone. 8-18. Prism bouncing back in game 2. We do get a pause. A little bit of a reset. And we have a friend. We have a friend. A friend's ringing in. Let me jump in to my Discord. Here we are. Where is he? Hang on. As we have the pause, we will get a friend phoning in. Ah, that looks atrocious. It's just me. Where's my friend? Do you have to reconnect? So the game is set to go.
Good to go.
Again, big kills coming out here.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's lost
I
their
can
top
turn that
tower.
off for now. Big kills coming out here. Hello,
Dire's middle tower isn't looking so
Mr.
great.
Lane.
Hello, hello.
How do you do, Mr. Lane?
I'm doing good. The games are nice.
The games are nice. This best of 3 is really good, actually. Very competitive. Prism?
Top tower isn't looking
No.
so great.
Can we say these are your boys at this point?
Yeah, yeah.
Your
you can say
boys
that.
on hand?
My
How do you
boys.
feel about the
Radiant's top
matchup
tower
up
is
against
under attack.
Raven's Fan Club?
To be honest, like, Mac messaged me the other day. He asked me for like recommendations for players they wanted to build a stack, and Ghost and Playhard are both my recommendations. So I guess both of them are my boys.
They took your boys. And, you know, it's
Yeah.
Mac as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's Mac being taken from you. Play hard from Davao. Could have been one of your boys at some point, maybe, if things lined up.
A lot of my boys playing in these open qualifiers, John.
That they are. That they are. Still looking good in game 2 here for the side of Prism, eh? I can share my screen if you want to see.
Tapay.
Alright, so we've got Lane St. Clair. GeekFam's manager, formerly Boom's manager, formerly Adroit's manager, formerly currently Prism's manager now as well. So, if you guys are looking to sponsor a team, if these guys qualify, you will definitely want them. What's happening with my name? Let me adjust something. Why am I showing as John Cena? Damn,
I think I
this
can
is
watch
weird.
your Twitch. I can just watch your Twitch. Yeah, it's almost the
Sure.
same.
Alright, hang on. Let me just change my Discord thing. Okay. I have no idea if that changed. Fix this. Okay. Alright,
Radiant's
that's
middle
still the
towers
same,
looking so
but
great.
we will take it.
Haste!
Radiant's middle tower is
Okay.
under attack.
Smoke out. Prism. On the hunt. Ghost! Oh, the arena! Oh, the save's there from AU, but they still get the chain control. Can they outdamage the healing? No follow-through healing. It's red. It's burning. Ghost is gone. They kill Tree off the back like that. The confidence from good old Bobby. Bob the Wrecker is here. What a play.
Almost every time, John, Bob when he plays really good, especially Storm or Puck. You know, he always like, you know, all chat. The all chats are coming out when, you know, when you see Bob playing so good.
Yeah, it is. He did ask Abed a while ago when Mac did go, GG, good game, well played. So,
Oh, I didn't see. Okay.
yeah, he accidentally tapped a good game, GG, well played. So Bob asked, Abed? Mac's
Abed?
like, sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
Another amp damage rune. Look at that. Look at that, Alphon. You're playing up against an Oracle. You know, he has that prognosticate. They've not been able to control runes at all. It's so rough. The Storm. Bob, 20 stacks of Galvanized. Amplify damage rune. 9 permanent stacks of Galvanized as well, mind you. For each kill. So 0.9 mana for free. He's feeling good. Oh, I love this from 423 as well. Manta into Refresh. You've got that full blink up for Carlo.
Going all in, huh?
Yeah. Just looking for that tempo. Ravens Fan Club. What went wrong in this draft? Like, what's your opinion? Well, what's going on here?
I could say too much, Sean. I'm not a Dota player, I'm not a coach, but that's 43.
Oh! They managed to catch Raven out. The spear is out. 43 is dropping low, but he's fine. BKB's away for security. Bob zipping across the map. Get the toss up, and we'll find play hard as well. Macto channeling with a BKB. Might be able to find Tsukimoto, and he will. So 2 for 1. 1 support for a support and core. Bob gets another kill. You're more than happy. As, again, the Storm is getting a little bit crazy with a mana regen. It's kind of wild. Would you say Prism's outplaying Ravens Fan Club, or is that too much? Is that too content? And stay humble. What are we doing?
I think they definitely outplayed, because you had mentioned earlier in the laning stage, you know, SF versus Storm Spirit. Definitely, you would think of SF winning the matchup, and especially they have an Oracle. You know, you can predict the runes, and so far we've seen Bob is the one controlling the runes, controlling the lane, controlling mid game, the tempo. Is I think that maybe we just fall back to your
Bob
Ravens
again.
Club. Yep.
Good God. Finds Ghost just like that. And Bob's like Bagon. Bagon Bob. Crushing bugs. Bagon Bob. That's him now.
Oh yes, Meteor Hammer. I like this item, John.
Oh yeah. Mana regen amplifications huge. AU forced to false promise himself. Tossed away. Delivery service grabbed from Tsukimoto. They will find play hard. AU's gone. Get a free gem for their trouble. Excellent delivery. 5 stars. Give him a huge tip. 100 peso tip for Tsukimoto on that delivery. Lucky na yan, huh? 100 pesos?
Yeah. So if you're Ravens fan, what are you waiting here for, John? What are your game plans?
I don't actually know. I thought the timing was going to be there as they zip forward again. Bob finds out Raven. Great arena out. Forces the BKB usage. Cuts off Raven just a little bit as well. But Stampede is there to save. It feels weird because they had this early, you know, decent farm and Ghost. It was a free lane. He had like Power Treads, Falcon Blade. He was going to Javelin until he got ganked and that got stalled out. I think it comes down from, well, basically all the lanes just got crushed. Raven had no play. He does have Blink Blade Mail. I think the issue is your team fight. Right? Compare it to what Prism has. They have Blink Arena. They have Zip into Vortex. They have Blink Lasso. It's so much easier to find pickoffs or force a bigger 5v5 with the heroes you have right now on Prism. For the side of Ravens Fan Club, it feels like your only AoE outside of Hoof Stomp, which is, you know, not that wide, is really Requiem. And it feels like for Mac to really maximize that, you need almost like a Kaya Yasha, right? Faster cast ranges. He will TP away as they come in, looking for the cleanup. We'll find AU, no problem. Raven lassoed up as well. Play hard. Opting to leave them alone, but the zip again from Bob. Another one. All of them fall apart. Oh.
Oh god.
It's falling apart.
I can't say anything between these two teams. Both of them are my boys.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Dyer's
just
middle
gonna
tower is under attack.
be happy for anyone who wins this series, but that's why we're gonna have a game 3 by the looks of it.
Top tower
John?
is in trouble.
It does look like we're gonna get a game 3, and that's really good news. Some of the other series did end up in a more stompy manner. Does feel like,
Top tower is down.
so this being more competitive is a good sign.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
9 to 29, 20k lead. Jesus Christ, I just recognized. Let's check the graphs. Do have it all the way. 91% chance to win for Prism. And this is such an important one, because the next one, you know, the next one determines who qualifies, right? Like, it's this into, like, if you win the next one, you just are in, and it's just seeding.
Radiant's bottom tower
It's kind
is
of
in
crazy. So, what's the potential next matchup? Prism has me Parb, which I do believe, I do believe this stack I've seen a couple
trouble.
times in
Radiant's
open
bottom tower is
qualifiers.
under attack.
Filipino stack, if I recall right. So that's the next
Yeah,
one
me
for
Parb.
Prism or Ravens
Yeah.
fan club.
Radiant's bottom tower is in trouble.
Mac. Oh, the lasso onto AU again. We do manage to get the Requiem off. Carlo is set to fall, but Mac is not safe. BKBs are, oh, they managed to spear off. Play hard. They blow up Mac with a zip. Ghost will time-lapse away. They've got the control onto Raven. AU's finally gone. Raven's gone. Bob barely alive. But the regen's still running. It should be GG relatively soon. 10 to 34. Have to see when that is called. 34 stacks of galvanized. Oh my god, look at that. With his Meteor Hammer up, with that 75% mana regen amp, 43 mana per second. Bob has a fountain on him.
Yeah, look at his mana
Middle
region.
tower is in trouble.
Crazy.
It's insane. Bloody storm. Good god. Prism. Fine form once again here in game 2. And decide, what the hell is happening in this? Wait. Why is my Discord thing is not working proper? Oh, so no, I'll fix that later in break. Still, again, Prism. Oh, sniping. Ghost barely scuttles away. Big on Bob. Not gonna find a bug this time. Bug zapper Bob. Ghost. Oh, Sammy. Spidey senses tingling. Ghost still on the run. Can you make it out, Ghost? Skittering away again. Oh, 4-2-3 here as well. Everyone, oh, the dust actually connects. Ghost is gone. Spear misses. Who cares?
Showing off.
The hunt was there. Good God. This Weaver has not had a game.
Yeah, he has no game. I mean, if you look at across the heroes of Prism, they have all of the heroes have catch. Lasso, Vortex, Razor as a, you know, he can suck you with a second skill. You have Spear Arena, you have Toss. I mean, it's so hard to play as a Weaver or even as an SF. I mean, if you're in the Oracle on the other side of the team, AU, I mean, who am I gonna say?
Radiant's middle tower is
So
under
much
attack.
pressure. And it's not like you're going to be hanging out with all of these heroes while they split push as well. As A reveals his position. Here comes Bob. This does not protect against the right click, and Bob will just right click him down. Another one bites the dust for Bobby. I don't know what the game plan is for the side of Ravens fan club.
Actually, I was like, I don't see a game, man. I mean,
I don't. This feels like one of our games, Alphon, this morning.
yeah, whatever it's Super games. Whatever
Yeah.
it's Super games.
Yeah, we can't do anything.
Middle tower is down for the count.
It's like, it's too tough.
Radiant's middle tower isn't looking so great.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. I really don't. I think Ravens fan club maybe using this time to, you know, just chill out, reset a little bit, try to find openings,
Tower is under attack.
try to see a solution to a very hard game. Win probability is now at 96% for Prism. Ravens fan club. Not many options. Again, it's this lack of team fight. This lack of initiation outside of, like, Blink Requiem, which just isn't fast enough. Mac is going back for the Kaya Yasha for the added cast speed. Mac will TP away as Seimei comes in, and they will smoke up now
Radiant's
on the
middle
side of
tower is down for the count.
Ravens Fan Club, but Prism played it safe. They back off. There goes that Yashikaya. So this could be the difference maker. Faster Requiem, maybe. Doesn't feel like
Radiant's
it's
middle
enough.
barracks are going down.
Invisibility.
What's your target? If you're Mac, you go for Storm. You go for the Razor.
I do not know
Looks
who
like
you go
it's gonna
for.
be has to be Storm, maybe.
Radiant's
Protect your
middle barracks are in
backlines
trouble.
because AU and Playhard is not gonna do anything if the Storm is free.
Yeah, it feels like way too much. I'm not sure what you're looking
Radiant's
at here.
middle barracks are going down.
This wrap around. Oh, 43.
Oh! You managed to get the catch, but the BKB's fast enough. 423's just fine. The magic damage isn't there. Mac in danger. Gets blown up. He bought out. No buyback. AU set to fall as well. Raven stuck in tree line. Can he escape? Will he be able to blink away? No, he's not. Seimei comes in. They will find Raven. Tossed in the air. Whipped down by 423. The GG's called. And the side of Prism force us into game 3. Lane St. Clair, your boys have beat your boys. 1-1.
Boys, 1-1. It's really good serious. We're gonna have a game 3, you know, to cap the night. But yeah, so what do you think the Ravens fan club need to do for game 3, John? It looks like maybe an outdraft or maybe an outplay all at the same time.
It's hard to say. I think it was. I think the draft ideas were correct, right? Like, I feel like the draft ideas were correct. I think the Centaur for Raven this time was countered hard by the Razor. Like, they didn't ban that strong laning matchup, so it ends up being very, very hard for Raven to actually play the lane, try to get that advantage, try to get that early blink. So I think if they do pick the Razor, if they do pick Centaur, Razor has to be banned. I think that's one thing. I think the other thing is, honestly, I don't think Max SF was bad. It didn't feel like he could really maximize though. But like, Bob was so good in that storm, like insanely good. 14-1-15, 12-0-15 for 4-2-3. Outstanding core performances on the board.
I don't
for
think
the
that
side of Prism.
Mac needed Raven's blink, but I think Raven went for the Blade Mill first and they
Yeah.
just couldn't do anything because he has no one to play with. Maybe the Hoodwink, but I don't think the their offlane lane was going so well. So yeah, I think Mac was just like, oh, what do? I have ulti, I have Yules, but I don't have anyone to play with. So okay, I'm just gonna go farm. And this is not the type of draft you want to just be farming because you're an SF. You have a Hoodwink, you have a Centaur, and across the other team you have a Batrider and Storm, and a Mars and Tiny. So all four of them kind of get into fights. Maybe every 3 minutes get into fights or something. Use the arena, whatever. So yeah, I think maybe you're right, John. Draft is much a problem, but just haven't been able to utilize it well.
Did feel like that way. We'll see if Ravens Fan Club can adjust. Of course, one of the favorite teams to get in through the qualifiers. We should have that game 3 draft. There's no breaks when it comes to open qualifiers. We are going straight in. We are on delay. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. I keep trying to watch Friend live. Force of habit.
Friend live.
Watch Friend live.
Damn, John, I've been hit by one of your ads watching your Twitch.
Yeesh, it's automatic.
Amazing.
I'm so sorry. So
I'm
sorry,
giving
guys
you
on
money.
Twitch.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's all automated.
We're giving John money. It's okay, guys. We're helping John.
I can't turn it off because once I do, Twitch tells me, oh, your ad revenue is going to be changed because you turned off auto ads. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll leave it on. We'll see how long this takes. Yeah, what's up?
You know what's fascinating about this open qualifiers? Round of 16 is already a best of 3, so I feel
exactly.
Like it's I don't know if it's a lot of games, but it's kind of nice to see, because there's more games.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you end up with right, like sometimes you end up with some matchups, right? Like, what did we have in our bracket here? We already had like this Prism versus Ravens Fan Club. If this was a best of 1, Prism would be out, right? So a best of 3 helps determine. It really helps to get the stronger team into those slots. So I think that's the strong point. Like, what else did you have here that was somewhat competitive? Uh,
So
maybe not in this
the,
round. The next round is a little bit more
the next round
competitive.
it is. Abang stack and DJ stack. You know, Team
That's
TK.
pretty interesting. Yeah.
Pretty
Joel, see, Raging, Krish,
Raging, Krish,
Abeng. Who's Adrian
Krish,
Sandigan? It's familiar. His name's familiar.
Andrin. Yeah, he is familiar. I forgot. Joel, Raging, and again.
Yona, it's Yona.
All
It's
right,
Yona.
Nisha
Yeah,
baby. Yeah.
yeah. No, Yona. Right. So Yona. Who's it again? Yona, Raging, Joel,
Mm.
Abeng, and Krish. Damn,
Yep.
Krish is full Filipino now, dude. He keeps going back to Filipino
Yeah,
stacks.
he's going to
Holy.
like Filipino stacks, Filipino team. So
Ever
what
since
do you have?
TNC.
So we have a TNC IHC again. They're meeting quite soon, quarterfinals.
Yeah, they're meeting tomorrow, and that's interesting because IHC, when they were with the old stack of Lilgun, they were known as the Filipino Slayers. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be an
when they
interesting
had
one.
4-3, when they
Yeah.
had 4-3. Yeah.
Yeah, 423 and Sanctity. They were the Pinoy Slayers, but obviously Sanctity's where again? Navi, and
Navi.
43 is here in Prism. So it's a different one. I don't know how I feel about Ikigai.
Yeah.
Kishka's still
11.
good. Fortune Soul,
You know
Ace 12.
11. You know 11, right?
Is
You
11
met-
still
you
there?
met
Monk
11?
Batsuj? Is that him?
Yeah, I think so.
11's so insane, dude. I told you the story, right? The
Yeah, in Japan.
in Japan, where you guys weren't there. Oh, dude, he was
Yeah.
insane. Let's see. Kush Dota 666. Who's with DJ? I always forget, so I have to click, but I know I copy pasted it somewhere. It's DJ.
CDR Moon.
Yeah, it's DJ CDR Moon, Raji, and Masaros.
Yeah.
So it basically feels
Sounds
like
strong.
one of the bleed lineups from before, anyhow. Right? It
It
feels like
looks
an old
strong in
bleed.
paper.
So it does. I don't know if it holds together, but it does look strong.
I have a story for that because I think I'm okay to say this because Mac I told you like Mac the other day was asking me who is available.
Yeah.
So it turns out that Masaros was asking Mac to play, but he didn't know who was in the stack.
Oh.
Mac was asking DJ. So, in a sense, like Mac wanted to play with DJ, but Masaros is asking him, so he didn't know. So they end up playing with Moon. So Mac was like, "Oh crap! I wanted to play, but I don't have a team now because we get a miscommunication." So I was like, so he messaged me the other night, like, "Hey, Fon, who's available? I have AU, I have and Raven. So Raven, what's Raven gonna play? Is he gonna play offlane? So because Raven transitioned to offlane,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like before. So I always on my mind. I do feel like Ghost has has a lot to prove. We haven't seen the best of him in his recent years. So yeah, I said Ghost. Then I don't know a lot of Force because post 4 because like I mean top of my head I was like play hard. Mac has played with play hard before, so like
Yeah.
if you're gonna pull off like a really last minute no scrim stack to play in an open qualifier, play hard is your guy. Play hard is the guy.
That's it. So you help form Max Stack. You're imagining Prism right now.
I mean we're all stacked,
Yeah, true.
you wanna have that other TK is Ghost not banned by Pulp. That's a different Ghost. Yeah. I think it
Which
is a different
ghost was?
right?
Yeah, it's a different ghost. No, it's definitely not Ghost. The good ghost. That was like a really whatever
yeah.
tier 2 ghost or something.
The ghost we're talking about is the one with XG before and RNG, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
XG, RNG. Was he on LGD for a while? I forget.
I'm not sure. I'm only sure about XG and RNG.
I think so. Yeah. That sounds about right. The guy with the twin brother, Chucky. That's I always forget.
This
Yeah,
was the one who played offlane Enigma the past few months. This is the
was
ghost
he playing off? Was he?
Yeah, he was playing offlane in Enigma.
5 seconds remaining.
I forget that he was on Enigma.
Yeah,
I always
offlane.
forget he was
Yeah.
on Enigma.
Before FBZ went in.
I always forget he was on Enigma. I swear to God,
10
I always
seconds
forget
remaining.
that he's on that team.
Yeah.
I
They
don't
had
know how.
Ghost and Matthew.
5
Ghost and
seconds
Matthew.
into ban.
The Matthew, South American Matthew. Yeah. Digma had a
Always
lot of
forget
players.
to ban.
Yeah.
Dyer's
Yeah.
ban.
All right, into that game 2 draft we go. Let me drop the in-game volume just a bit because I boosted my volume of everything else here.
10 seconds remaining.
Storm and Zeus banned out now by Ravens fan club. It does look like they are
5
taking
seconds
Radiant
remaining.
once more. We shall see
Radiant's
what
banned.
the bans from Prism are. They do take care of Timbersaw and Venomancer, so nothing too strange. What else will you take care here on the
10
side
seconds left.
of Prism? As you want to take care? No, they take care of the TA. DK is still an option. First pick overall for Prism. What will they take care of?
10
Anything
seconds
else that you
Dyer's
feel like
taking
is for?
ban.
Okay, DK's banned. Anything you feel like is strong first phase health one? Like Phoenix is there.
Oh, Phoenix is open.
10 seconds
Let me
remaining.
see it. Oh, the band Zeus, TA, DK, Timber.
5 seconds remaining.
I think Prism. What have you been playing game 1? I haven't seen game 1 properly.
I forgot what they played, honestly. Kind of forgot. It slipped my mind now. I just delete the memory space, you know. Let me see. Prism game 1. They don't even have stats on Wikipedia, which means I have to look at this accursed thing.
If I was Raven fans club, this is no insider information. I know, disclaimer. I may be handling Prism, but
Dyer's choice.
I've always known 43 is known to pick Meepo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, 43.
And it is a strong
And-
Meepo patch.
Oh, is it? Is it? I haven't
Yes.
seen the update.
So the facet gives him an extra Meepo and earlier Meepo levels. So Meepo.
Ooh, okay.
So here, more Meepo. You get your divided restand at level 3 and every 7 levels afterwards to a max of level 4. So you get 1, 2, 3,
Damn.
4 extra Meepos. And Packrat lets you
Damn.
use the item in the neutral. All Meepos can use the item in the neutral. So it's both strong. I saw Palos play Packrat. It didn't feel impactful, but I know more Meepo is really strong right now. So it is
10
great.
seconds left.
Slaughdar comes out after the Batrider pickup from Prism. So they will snag that one
5
away this
seconds
time
left.
around, and Prism will get to keep the Batrider for Carlo if they want it that way.
Dyer's ban.
Actually, am I looking at this right? No, that is Raven's fan club on Dire, so they'll have the Batrider, and Prism will have the Slaughdar on their side. Nothing too strange yet.
Yep. You see Slaughter, John. What do you pick against it?
Against it,
Yes.
Yep.
Bleed for
10
me.
seconds remaining.
it's hard to
Radiant's
say.
taking ban.
I don't rate Slaughter the strongest. I feel like it does have bad matchups. Maybe a Razor could be one way. They do ban the Meepo here
Yep.
on the side of Raven's
Yep, there
fan
you go.
clubs. So 423 special gone. Will you ban Razor? Are you worried about a Razor in Slaughter? Because it feels so weird. Raven's fan club
10
has to
seconds
ban
left.
Meepo, but now you have Slaughter Weaver, which is so strong.
5
Like
seconds most.
Corrosive Haze and the bugs. It's a delete button for the side of Prism. I feel like it's way better than the CK. Like the CK was decent enough last time, but I think you need more. I think the Weaver is just so much more stable. So I'd like to see
You
that.
go for
here.
an IO Slaughter.
Ice Slaughter's fine. I don't know. Like I think IO is in a decent spot. I don't feel I don't feel like it's the highest priority. I feel like the best use case of it is actually like
Radiant's pick.
bloody. What is it? What is it thinking of?
Bloody strong. What are you thinking? The band
Gyrocopter.
Copper.
Right. It's
Yeah.
Gyrocopter.
Dyer's
Like
choice.
Gyrocopter is probably the best combination I've seen for that. Clock ban is safe. It's just really annoying. So much reach with a Batrider, and they go with Bane. This one's
Bane.
interesting to me because people love memeing about the sleepwalking. I've seen so many more players take the attack speed on Nightmare, which probably is the better facet. Let's be fair here. The sleepwalking sounds like a meme
10 seconds
for the
remaining.
most part, but I don't know. Like this is solid enough. Single target
seconds
control, some form of save, not particularly amazing, but it is a save on Nightmare if things go southbound. Keen to see what you actually want here for Raven Fan Club, because Centaur has not been banned. Centaur has been left in. You have, you have the center Batrider lane, so you could go for that.
what's interesting is like the previous game they for both first pick mid lane heroes, if I remember correctly, Storm and
I think-
SF. And
I like that.
and I think game tree. Now in your game tree, like everything's on the line. It's like, okay, let's pick some heroes that we can flex. Slaughter can be mid, off lane. Batrider definitely can be off lane. Support can be mid. Bane, that's a more straightforward choice for Prism. That's definitely a boss 5. I don't see any role you can switch the Bane to.
I mean,
but-
Bob mid Bane. You know, mid Bane
Bob
is a
mid
Thompson
Bane.
thing. I don't know if Bob would want that.
Thompson.
Bobson. So you get the Winter Wyvern out for Raven Fan Club, which is a really strong support with a mana restoration facet. So I kind of dig this on the side of Raven's Fan Club. They've got more pull potential, more
10
team
seconds
fight as well with a curse. I'm wondering what they will kind of go for to
5
kind of
seconds, boss. Radiant's
play
choice.
together with all of this. They'll go with a Mars. So Raven Mars Batrider lane, pretty strong. You've got the arena. That is one way to stop the Slaughter as well. Just blocking him in arena is pretty big. What are you going to go for?
Wyvern. Where do you put the Wyvern though? Oh, I actually like the Wyvern pick just because of the Winter Curse. So, you can stop Slaughter, Slaughter's onslaught, because he's too painful with his third skill. You can stop Bane's ultimate, basically just stop everyone. It's a good team fight coupled with the Mars. But where do you put him? And I'd like to take the fact that Mac has played a lot of Winter Wyvern mid before. And
that's
I
true.
haven't seen a Wyvern mid in this patch so far.
I don't know if
but-
you'd want it, because it does scale up quite nicely because of the other facet where every point, every point of attack range gives you something more. What the heck is flashing on my screen? I
Radiant's
feel
choice.
a little bit crazy. Razor does come out for Prism, which is fair. You're leaning into Mars, you know that very well. Razor Bane lane is also really strong. I just don't know if this is like the topest priority over, say, Lifestealer into Mars, but I guess with Winter Wyvern Batrider, it's a little bit uncomfy,
10 seconds remaining.
so it's somewhat understandable. I think the Winter Wyvern for mid-Mac is an interesting prospect. I don't know, again, if they'll lean into that. I feel like it can work. Again, because of its facet. Like, the non-mana restoration one's big. There's that Phoenix I was mentioning. Top-tier support, percent-based burn. You don't have attack speed as well on Raven's Fan Club, so even though you don't have, like, protection for the egg in terms of, like, Arena or Dream Coil or Chrono, it does still feel good, because who will right-click it down? No one.
Yeah, definitely. You have to go in. But it's nice to see some ice and fire here between the drafts. Phoenix and Wyvern.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good, Alpha. It's very good. That's what I like to hear.
I guess
That's what I like to hear.
Game of Thrones fan.
No, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan.
But
I've never watched.
You see a Mars, Jen. You see a Slaughter and Razor. So you're thinking like, which one of this is gonna be an offlane? Definitely gonna be an offlane or mid hero, because we've seen Bob play the Slaughter in game 1.
Yeah, true.
We've seen Razors definitely can be played mid.
Weaver.
So if you're Mars, you're thinking like, oh, here comes the pick. Weaver.
It's a good block, right? You block it from the side of Prism to have the Slaughter Weaver combo with a minus armor.
That's true. But
It gives you some egg hitting, I suppose.
10 seconds left.
yeah, I think it's a really good pick. Can hit
5
the egg.
seconds remaining.
Can fuck up the Bane.
Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah.
So Bane cannot use his ulti. So
Yeah.
kind of good pick. Maybe a comfort hero also for Ghost, but we'll see. There's a lot of flex. Most of the heroes are flex picks. You can still switch it up.
It is open enough. Keen to see what they do expect. It does look like they are expecting the offlane last pick here for Prism, and looks like you would expect the mid here, of course, for Raven's Fan Club banning out the Kotl from Prism. Raven's Fan Club taking care of the Dawnbreaker, which has been interesting because we haven't seen that at all. I feel like the innate of Dawnbreaker is strong, but her facets are all ass. Like, I know how the pulsing hammer is, whether or not it's actually good. I haven't tried it. I know the luminosity one is really bad. It doesn't feel good, at least when I tried it. So what else are you getting banned out? Axe is still there. Legit, Axe LC just feel like the most busted things on the offlane. I don't think you say no to that if you are Prism.
Yeah. The panic. What was her panic? They said a Queen of Pain.
And it is.
My
care of the
stream
quap.
is a bit laggy, man. So yeah. They bind the
It's-
void. So they're expecting
Flex.
Prism to flex it. This Razor and Slaughter.
10 seconds left.
Maybe the Razor carry. They're expecting the Razor to go mid or off lane.
5 seconds, boss.
If I'm
Possible.
Prism,
Radiant's back.
if I'm Prism, what do I get?
What? I never understand this Wind Ranger pick. So it's Mac Wind Ranger, or is it Mac Mars? Because he plays Mars mid as well, right?
Yeah,
I guess
plays
you could
Mars
flex. I guess you could flex, because like Mars mid, and then you have Wind Ranger
10
versus
seconds
Razor.
remaining.
That lane is a little bit more painful for the Razor. It's not as easy to just static link, get
5
free
seconds
damage.
remaining.
So I can see where Raven's Fan Club is coming with his Wrath. I just don't rate Wind Ranger that high as a hero. I don't know. It's not amazing. I'm wondering how the read on Prism is. It's down to understanding, right? Are you laning into the Wind Ranger? It feels like you will. Like if you do take Razor mid, then Mac will just play Wind Ranger, right? So Raven will take the
Yep.
Mars. It feels like that flex is there, and you're gonna lose out no matter what. Bob? Earth Spirit?
This is... Oh, that's actually a really good pick. Up against the Wind Ranger. Okay, Mac, Wind Ranger. No funny switches right here. All straightforward.
That is
Ace,
true.
Wyvern. Okay.
I just don't feel like Earth Spirit's strong right now. I mean, Resonance, the damage is nice, but you know, you rarely use your right clicks to that full extent, so it's not particularly amazing. I don't know. Like, I can see it working. At the same time, you really have to play fast in Prism. Like, what we saw in Game 2 has to continue here in Game 3. Because if you slow down, the scaling is there this time around from the side of the Raven Fan Club. I'm curious why Carlo goes for Dying Light as well over the Hotspot. Maybe he's expecting them to come closer to him during Egg, but Hotspot feels so strong, man. Like that burn and heal amp, it's insane. It's kind of nuts. Have to see if this pays off for the side of Prism. But I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the facets coming in.
Yes, please.
No problem, Alphon. Okay, good old Lane has some mic problems. He is muted up. Game number 3, in terms of draft, hard to say who I'd lean towards. I like the aggression coming out here from Prism. At the same time, I don't know why you don't go for Hotspot. I like that. That's the one question mark I have on my mind here. Welcome back,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane.
Hotspot is really strong, especially during the laning stage.
Exactly. That's why I'm curious why Carlo doesn't go Hotspot.
I
He
can
went
let you
for-
know later.
Okay.
I'll ask him.
Oh, okay.
Everyone ready to
Okay, that would be interesting. Because I feel like the only time that other one's good is if people have to go near you for egg. Which, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have
They
that
don't-
many close range heroes.
Yeah, we have 4 range heroes.
Yeah, it's 450 range. Weaver has what attack range? 425. Okay, Weaver would be in... Okay, I guess Carlo knows his numbers. He's smart. He's gonna dive. It's a huge clump pop. Ghost still on the go. Power shot does connect, but there goes the plasma field, and that's enough to slow him down. Should still lead into a 2-for-2. So overall, lots of pot shot damage, but there's still enough time to get a little bit of reset. And they're not going to find first blood. You're more than happy on that scenario.
30
We will
seconds
get
till go
into it
time.
here. Lane is Zach. Yes, he is, Marcy. Boom.lane, GeekFam.lane, Adroit.lane, Prism.lane currently.
Why are you spilling my previous teams, man?
Everyone knows. What do you mean? Like, everyone knows Brando used to be in Boom. I don't know what he was on before, to be fair. I don't know Brando's history. He's a mysterious
May the
man.
best team win.
Yes.
2-for-2. Nothing too exciting. And we will head back into
Get moving.
The mid lane, Bob on the Earth Spirit. This takes me back to TI qualifiers last year, where who was playing in Southeast Asia that was a big deal? Like on SMG, was it Nune? No one, right? Yeah, Nune. That's how I think you're supposed to pronounce it, Nune. He was on mid, playing Quap, and Bob would still keep picking Earth Spirit and Shaker, and would crush that lane. I love the confidence of Bob, so I understand why he would do this into the Wind Ranger. So far, early on, Mac looks like he knows what he's doing here, and he is going to be just fine. Pulling back and controlling the lane. Bob, once he hits level 3, should be a little bit of a threat, so we'll see as that lane develops. Taking a look at the other side lanes. Up top, you do have Ghost on the Weaver, along with Ayu on that Winter Wyvern, up against Seimei and Tsukimoto on the Slardar and Bane. This lane is really straightforward setup for the side of Prism, I have to say. You know, Nightmare into the Crush with pumped up Bash of the Deep. You can find kills. That will take some levels. Ayu's doing whatever you can to make it hard.
That's a lot of assets coming in from Mac 8 and 2 against the 2 of Bob.
Yeah, not looking good for Bobby. Again, range matchup, takes levels for the Earth Spirit to feel comfy. Not going to be all that great. Mac clearing out some good last hits as well. And Bobby forced to play under tower. We'll see if he recovers, but so far Mac going to be very, very happy with his start. 70 damage at level 3. 4 branches, 1 circlet, very good times. This is a universal type. Of course, Bob is also universal.
Now you've got my attention.
Well, no, he's actually strand as they do manage to kill off Tsukimoto. Our Bane falling, going a little bit too far forward. Again, there's a lot of poke damage here from the side of Raven's Fan Club as well. Although you are out of mana on Ayu, so you'll have to wait a little bit until you can reset. It is giving some space out the same, but not a lot. You are still finding way more in Ghost in this lane. Last lane we haven't looked at, down bot, 423 on the Razor, Carla on the Phoenix, up against Playhard's Batrider, and Raven's Mars. Yeah, this isn't too bad of a lane for Razor. At the same time, you can't really just static link and chase down with a spear. There is ways of just cutting that off, so you don't really maximize him 423. So you should be stable on Raven. Decent enough start for Raven's Fan Club, considering first blood bonus. For now, gonna be just fine in the lane state. Again, you have a strong start for Mac. Bob is level 3, but what can he really do? He gets the kickback, the roll up as well, but the wind run is still up on Mac, so anything play hard will fall down bot. So Carla is burning away. To be fair, in lane, Carla is staying low HP, and that burn damage is doing a lot from Raven chasing. Maybe not enough to really find a kill, but it is punishing.
Maybe. She got a spear. Yep.
423, trying to look for the follow-up. Plasma Field is there, but a really good flame break out from Playhard will cut off 423. 1-2, still feeling great here on the side of Raven Fan Club. The lanes of Prism this time, I think, are the bigger issue. Like Bob's lane in particular. No, is not feeling good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been staying below 50% HP the whole time he's in the lane. Not much he can do against a Wind Ranger. Has a high base damage with power shot also. Oh.
A little bit too much. Are fine on Bob for now. And the side lanes going great as well for the side of Raven Fan Club, except for Raven himself. Not the best in terms of CS. That kill did help him out though. So you're more than happy to trade that away. For the side of Prism, I'm not sure when you expect Bob to start becoming a factor. It does feel like once he hits 6, he should try to do what he can to, you know, have impact. But he's pretty behind. You know, like Mac is just pretty behind him.
I think he's gonna wait for his Blade Mail. I think that's the only timing can fight, especially against Mac with a focus fire. So he may just, you know, have to be more patient.
And he should. Mac just working lane again. They will find AU up top. The combination does pay off now from the side of Prism. Ghost is going to be fine, but And you've got the Nightmare set up into a Crush, into a Bash. Fairly straightforward for the side of Prism in that one. Bob, not feeling great again on mid. It's just going to roll away and reset. Good God. And so much free space for Mac. 33 to 9, a perfect
Radiant's
lane.
middle tower is in trouble.
This Earth Spirit definitely not panning out for Prism, unfortunately.
A perfect lane with a perfect refill coming in from his AU.
Yes, sir. All topped up. Set up for the next rune fight as well. Bob will show up, but A could try something. Focus Fire is ready. Bob is blocked from the roll, slowing down as well, and just set to die. There's nothing he can do. Here comes Carla. And here comes Tsukimoto. Maybe they have enough damage to find his kill on Mac. There is the healing, though. And Playhard's here as well. Not enough burn from Carlo. Shackle does not connect, but Carlo is dropping lower. Still staying alive, is going to burn out to Playhard. Playhard will be sacrificed in exchange. Mac gets the power rune his way as well. So is set to just keep going. Might feed off of Tsukimoto next.
Dire's
And it's
top
going to be
tower is
fine
looking
for
so
now.
great.
3 to 4.
Jeez.
This is painful on mid.
It is. Mac is just having the time of his life on this Green Ranger.
Oh, he did go sleepwalking. Brings back Mac a bit. Not really enough to threaten. Bob can't commit with a roll, of course. But we do have the sleepwalking facet. That's
Yeah, we do.
that's interesting.
Bounty.
It's not something you see too often. I think everyone else just goes for the attack speed, even on support. So we'll see how much more they can try to set up with that. Could also grief if you're not careful. Some stacks being built up. Some ways to catch up, perhaps, for Bob down the line. Almost level 6. At the very least, 423 is having a decent time down bot. Top net worth for Prism. I think your sacrifices on Seimei and especially Bob is just a little bit too much. And we'll see. Bob going for the Urn into Blade Mail. Should have to start some play when some charges come in.
Yeah, I think if you're Prism right now, you're just gonna wait for some timing, some Blink Daggers, Blade Mail, to be able to fight this lineup against RAVENSFANCLUB. What is he queuing? What is Seimei? Yep, he is queuing some Blink Dagger.
Yeah. Just trying to get that initiation for the team lined up. Once that's up, it should start to be better. But still a ways off. Urn up for Bob, but he's not finding kills. At least you do get an Urn charge if you die, right? So, there's that.
Set in stone.
Just beauty. Just beauty in your death.
Great.
Yeah.
There's something to gain from your death.
Yeah. At the least, we'll find something. Our second setup bot. Play hard around, still level 4. 423 is fairly fine here, though. Working onto his own Blade Mail. Looks like enmassing Blade Mails is the game plan, as we do have a pause here from the side of Prism. Disconnect out on Tsukimoto. Take your time, Sir Bob. How polite of Kuya Mac. Sir Mac.
Salamat, Sir Mac.
Chill, baby.
Sir
You
Mac
know the funny thing
Nicholson.
between these two players, Bob and Mac, they're both aggressive players.
Uh-huh.
They both like to trash talk,
Yes.
but the only difference, like, Bob loves to trash talk a lot, all chat. Mac is just, he trash talks in pubs, He would go crazy trash talks in pub, He would be so loud. But, it's just fun to see.
The one thing as
two
well,
mid players.
these guys talk a lot when you see them in person, right? Bob is so talkative. Mac is so talkative. Like, he is actually
Mac
so
is
talkative.
so loud. Loud.
Yeah, so loud. Loud and talkative. Like, and Bob just goes on. The picture you have of, like, an old tita that just makes kwentuhan about anything?
Yeah.
That's Bob. That's literally Bob. Like, in Japan, again, we were just seated outside. He would talk about anything, and he would go on. It's beautiful.
Good to go.
He's already a 50-year-old man. And kulang lang red horse sa kanto ba?
Yeah, Red Horse tsaka Mani.
Yan,
Boy
red horse
Pahang.
mani sa kanto, tas walang t-shirt. Yan. Parang yan ang vibe ni Bob. Chill lang ba? Chill. Chill lang si Bob. Chill lang sa farm din. Need some catch-up into that Blade Mail. Still no Urn charges. Smoke out from the side of Ravens Fan Club. Big power spike for Mac with a Javelin. That's more than enough damage here. if they find the connection. And they want that connection. They want 4-2-3. He's showing in lane. They're going to jump from behind. Arena's ready from Raven. Don't even need the spear, but they'll find it anyway. And they've got the damage healing. 4-2-3. Oh, the Nightmare save with a walk back. Not enough. They're starting to burn everyone down. The Curse, though, holding back Seimei. He's going to buy them time to disengage and re-engage as well. Seimei trying to get this chase on to Ghost. Too slippery. Might have to settle for Ayo. We'll get the heal on Mac to roll. Bob will finally find first kill, and they'll kill off Mac as well. Bob with the rocks makes it work. He bounces back. A lot of sacrifices to make. 2 for 2.
2 for 2 with 43 going down. Almost saved by Tsukimoto with sleep, but not enough. Now you're getting the value of the sleepwalk, John. You can see it.
Yeah, it's there. I wish it moved faster than 75. You know, for allies, maybe if you made it like 120, I don't think that would be too bad. But I guess they want you to feel like you're playing Crystal Maiden when you're asleep, so that does make sense. Shield Rune. Mac finds it. Nice shackle as well into Tsukimoto. Tsukimoto, not the healthiest, needs to clear out. This bug is dead. He will snipe with a Splinter Blast. 5-7. Ravens Fan Club. Doing fine. Doing good. Prism. Still need openings. Still need a Splink and Seimei. Does not get the crash onto Ghost, unfortunately. Still has a Soul Ring. Gets the bash. Wants to keep going. If he can get a bash into a crush. Perfect. One more. Oh, the time lapse is there. Ghost is fine. So close.
So close.
Oh, Bob finds Mac. Bob, still alive, rolls on to AU. They get the grip. This is actually working. They get it. Bob, double. On so little HP, they punish the aggression of Ravens Fan Club. And Mac, too far forward. Bobby, he's doing it somehow.
This is what I'm telling you, John. You know, Bob loses the lane so hard. He kills Mac one time and it tips him.
That's Bob. That's what we like to see from Bob. And that's what we love to see from Bobby. You know, I think I told you the story, right? In one of their, I don't know, was it Riyadh Masters or something where Execration went? They had a 1v1 tiebreaker. Bob was playing against...
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I forget who. I think it must have been Depressed Kid, right? Like his... I forget his other handle. I always forget. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I think so. So he's up against that. SF versus SF. He dies at tower. They draw it 1-1. And then Bob starts queuing up raises. And then he stands up and starts clapping. He didn't even win yet. The raises are still coming out. And he's already clapping and he wins. Like, fucking Bob. You know? He's a character.
Oh, yeah, I remember that story. I think he said he kept laughing during that 1v1. Because his teammates were at his back or something.
Yeah, they were crowding around him. So he's just going ham. Fucking Bob.
It's like classic internet shop, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of audience behind your back. In the cafe. A lot of trash talk going on.
Dyer's top tower is
That's Bob. That's Bobby. And that story came from Dougie as well. That's just how he is. Smoke out. Bob. Blade mail up. 3 charges on the urn. Feeling confident now. With Carlo. They've got the egg. 4-2-3. Getting the chase out. On to Play Hard. He's cliffed up, but Play Hard's not healthy. 4-2-3. He's fine here. As long as he's not being attacked, he's actually fine.
It's quite working for him.
Yeah, Bob trying to find a backline. Does get magnetized off. Not the healthiest, though. But he will get the grip off onto Ghost. They find a bigger kill. And Bob refreshing the magnetize is getting kicks off. Raven, not the healthiest. Bob rolling forward. Gets the urn. Is he going to survive for this one? Oh, the spear connects. Raven's going to be fine. Gonna try to TP away the magnetize. No, not going to make it. 2 for 3 so far. The dive from Bob pays off somehow. They've got the blink on Seimei. Tsukimoto, though, the respawns are here. Play Hard wants revenge. Tsukimoto does get the sleepwalk off, but will be pinned down. Mac cleans up with the amp damage rune. 10-10. Bob going ham. Does die, but he finds that revenge kill he wanted. They're coming back in.
10. Yep.
Yeah. They still have egg on Carla. There's no arena for a little while longer. Ravens Fan Club will pull back. They are getting space out for Ghost now. He has shown up to a couple of these fights and died.
Yeah,
Some
he has
recovery
to.
is
Carlo
needed.
still has dag. You haven't used it in the previous fight, so yeah, need to back off if you're Ravens fan club.
If you're a Ravens fan club, what really kicks you off here? Surely it's this blink for play hard, right? Like that's one big angle here for RFC.
Yeah, one blink from play hard. Does Mars have a blink?
Radiant's
Not
top
yet.
tower is under attack.
Not yet. Okay.
Blink
I think you
BKB
might
for
have to
Raven.
play either of the two.
Yeah, something's got to come out from that point. It feels like, and as the game goes on, this Wind Ranger, it gets less impressive until like an Ag's timing with like overwhelming damage, like a Daedalus. Takes so much farm, and it's not farm you want to take away from your Weaver and from your Mars, who's trying to go Blink BKB. So you'll have to try to kick into gear at that point. Again, I like that Prism just goes straight into double Blade Mails up, understanding that they're the focus fire targets. You just need to punish Mac, and that is the punishment. No progression quite yet on the objectives. Tier 1 top still stands. That should be the next big play here. For the side of Prism, yeah. See if they start
Such
to...
a
They are
buy
good.
for Blade Mail.
Dyer's middle tower is in
Oh
trouble.
yeah.
Just because you have focus fire and the Weaver is not too tanky, receiving the damage from the Blade Mail and Razor at the same time. So it just deters them from,
Generation.
hitting both of the cores. And I think a lot of the team fights
So great.
rest on AU's shoulder with the Winter's Curse. Especially when Razor's up, Razor's damage is up. I think AU has to kind of position himself in a really good way. Maybe Slaughter or Earth Spirit. Something good catch. Are we going to see a spoke?
That we are. They've got the blink ready and play hard. This is the big reveal we're looking for. They'll find Tsukimoto. Not the big one you'd actually want to kill with this. They will find that kill regardless. Nightmare will stall. Egg is there, but no protection. Oh no, the roll. They set up. The egg still falls, but Ghost not healthy will time lapse away. 2 for 1 so far. The supports are gone. Here comes the arena. Raven gets a spear onto Bob. Can he get the damage off? Looks like they will. Bob can't roll away. Static link from 423 will cut off. Bob is down. Winter's Curse to stall out, but 423 is fine. 423 sapping damage. Here comes Seimei with a crush. Finding 2. Ghost not safe. No more time lapse. Has to run, but Mac threatening onto 423. There's the crush. There's the stuns. There's the damage. Seimei cleans up the tip for Mac. Bob from the grave. Still feeling cocky, as Bob does.
Dyer's middle tower is
Hey, you. Oh, no, they found Ghost instead. Crush is there. The grip is there. They have nothing to stop it. Ghost is cold embraced, but will fall. Eventually, the Nightmare gives him a little bit of time. Carlo will find it. Prism. 3 for 4 with a buyback on AU. 2K gold swing their way. And again, Bob with the tips. Oh, Bob's still looking. Wants Raven.
Not done.
Raven blinks out. Bob on the hunt. Raven. No, he can't juke this one. Good blockage from Bob. Raven still walks past with the face boots. But the roll... Oh, Bob, no. Get speared back. That's enough. I love Bob's so crazy. He just does not care. He dies as long as Mac dies. Tip.
That's what keeps him going, even if he lost the lane. But yeah, I think we're talking about the Blade Mills again. You see this fight. Blade Mill and the Razor, Blade Mill and Bob. It took so long because Wind Ranger and Weaver has to stop hitting them, and it buys them time. It buys for the Slaughter to come, for Bane to come, for Bane to save it. And Carlo gets into a good position for the egg. Yeah, I think the Blade Mill is kind of underrated in this game.
And it is.
Such
It's doing a lot of
buy.
work.
Huh.
Yeah. Play hard scouting with the Invis rune. It does have the lasso ready. But they are sniping forward. They found Mac. They get the stun, and he's dead. Bobby takes that one for himself. No tips this time. Saving those tips for bigger kills.
Maybe he ran out.
Oh.
Maybe he ran out, mate.
Woo.
Maybe he ran
Play
out, John.
hard. Maybe he did. I think that might have been 3.
Radiant's
Play hard
middle
barely
tower is under
escapes.
attack.
Do save the arcane rune as well for Bobby here.
Oh,
423.
that's a good rune.
S and Y up as well. Arcane for Bob. More rolls. Can be happy with that one as they are looking down bot. Ghost. The grip. Tsukimoto only a few seconds away. Does show early. Ghost will be able to back off. 16 to 13. That tempo from Prism coming in. The D-Ward War is coming in as well. Although, Carla will get the Yules just to interrupt. Not really going to do much. Just threaten.
Ravens fans club. We have to make something here. Blink daggers in both the. Oh, there you go. Finally, another smoke for them.
Dyer's top tower is
They're going out. Going hunting. See if they land at Arena Lasso. Sammy's all alone top. Scan does not find anything as well. They've got vision here. They see Ghost. Sammy is going to back off. He's in the tree line. He's TPing. He's going to make it. Oh, the stunts. The control is there. The shackle connects with the lasso. Sammy stalling for time. Not going to make it. Will die. That's the kill. But it's only onto one. There's room here for 423 to farm. Bob. Full Spirit Vessel into the Eternal Shroud next. They are slowly poking mid just a bit. But that is what you're looking for, right? Like, they've got the double blinks. They get something. It's on a core. You're happy right now in Ravens Fan Club.
Yep, it's on a core. As you can see, Prism reclaiming the dire triangle here. As Sammy dies, and, you know, looks like they're going to push mid. But after that, what do you do? Yeah. Look at Bob. He has an Arcanian.
Radiant's top tower.
Ow! Valve has been blessing him with 2 good runes.
Yeah, he's got everything he wants.
Arcane,
Arcane, regen. Would have been better with Arcane double damage, I'm sure, as they are pinging down bot. Tsukimoto does get shackled up with 2, but here comes 423. Can you deal with a Razor right now? Blade Mail pop, Arena's pop just to drag him away. That will cut off Bob and 423. The curse does not connect. Oh, drags Bob back to the roll. They won't find any more. In fact, Bob wants play hard. Bat Rider should go. The roll does not connect, but the refresh magnetize last hit from 423 to clean up. Regen pop for Bob. Gets a reset for the next fight. And they will go for the Tormentor, it looks like. Bobby, you can't clear that alone. Here comes your team. Should be more than enough.
Yeah, I think the side for the dire side 4 is desperately needs a BKB or something. I mean, you can find the Resonance, the Phoenix magic damage, a Razor. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
BKB now. Yeah, you see Mac here building it towards it, and it's 400 gold more.
Close enough, but not quite close. Not just yet. No BKB for Ghost. Going for the Gleipnir. Manta will at least have a Dispel to help out the cause here.
Yeah, and so is Raven. Raven's building towards the Yules. Seems like a good item, you know, for catch, for Bob, for Slaughter, you know. Yeah. But not ideally you wanna have both Yules and BKB, but you know you can't ask for much.
Bobby sees Raven. Oh, quick blink out from Raven. Good game sense. Again, they have this forward ward to watch that roll. So he does manage to back off in the nick of time there. Amplify damage rune now. Bobby in position to take with the ward. All runes for Bob.
You just said DD. Look at the rune.
Yeah,
you just said DD.
He gets it. I am the real oracle. I am the prognosticator.
Are you Gaben? Are you Gaben?
No, I'm just Oracle.
Gaben?
The real oracle. That's it. I'm no Gabe. I'm no Gabe. Smoke out. Ravens Fan Club. Got that BKB on Mac. This is the reveal. Can they find a connection? Tsukimoto could break smoke under ward, but can he get out in the nick of time? No, he cannot. Shackled up, speared up. Tsukimoto will fall. Not the big kill you'd want for that reveal, to be fair.
Why does every smoke gank by Raven Fans Club is always in Tsukimoto on the left side of the map?
Yeah, he's in a good spot. You know, he breaks smoke. That's his job.
He breaks smoke. That's his job as a boss 4. Or you can say like a boss 5 right now. With the ways he's dying and the heroes playing Bane. But Ocean here. Not for Prism.
Nice quick Roche. Corrosive Haze plus a Razor. Not the quickest, mind you, but not the slowest either. Should be able to find a snow contest out of position, and that's off the back of Tsukimoto dragging that smoke there. Gives this opportunity for Roshan. Secondary life for 423. BKB up for 423 as well.
It's really good, John. You see the previous smoke. They reclaim the triangle. They control the map. Now you see a smoke coming off. Tsukimoto dies, yes, but you know, 3 Aegis. They're all the way into the top. Okay, we head down bottom for Roshan. And now, Aegis. Then 4K gold data and a smoke.
Yep. And they've got the BKB almost done as well for Seimei. could wait for that, but they are just rushing forward. BKB recipe is set. Is flying out to Seimei now. Oh, wrong guess on the smoke break. But Playhard also does manage to blink away. Can he make his way fully out, though? They've got a lot of gap close. They are chasing. They're following the fire trail. Bobby gets the roll. Gets the Spirit Vessel. Playhard stuck between a rock and a rock, as he will get slammed away. Not the big one. But they can chase. And again, they didn't see the BKB just yet in Seimei. Does show now. 4-2-3. Oh, they got the grip onto Mac. Mac! He does manage to run away, but the plasma field, it's enough on the edge. The egg comes out as well to cut this area off, and 4-2-3 wants to keep going. Has the Aegis. Nothing to fear. AU's gone. Tree for nothing. As the side of Prism is crushing Raven's fan club right now. Bob finds Raven as well. Tip out on Raven from Bob. Yule's up to keep him in place and the roll, and he's gone. 21-16, 4-0. Aegis still stands. BKBs are fresh. And Prism can go for the objectives.
Yeah, they still have the Aegis on the 4-3. They take tier 2 towers. Oh, that's painful to see. All across the map from top to bottom. Dying here for the side of Raven's fan club.
It's the jump distance they have with the Earth Spirit and the Slardar. So damn far. They cancel the TP on Mac, realizing he can't defend this.
Dire's bottom tower is gone.
And to be fair, at the least your high ground defense here on the side of Raven's fan club is big. Right? You've got Arena, you've got Lasso back, you can play high ground, but it does feel like you'll be starved with how much control Prism has on the map. I love this. 4-2-3 going for the Ags on the Razor, wants the objective play. I love this build. It's so unconventional for Pause 1 Razor, but it's exactly what their lineup is strong at, playing around these timings. Such a good read from 4-2-3.
Yeah, this guy has been, on the shadow of Southeast Asia Dota. I do think he's one of the good carries that hasn't gone out internationally, but we're almost there.
Yeah.
4-3. Also Sanctity, we mentioned it before earlier when they were in IHC. That Sanctity's now with
gun as well. Yep.
Oh, yep.
I feel like all of that little gun stack is actually so good. Like Kishka, literally all of them. I think they just had a lack of experience in those high pressure moments. But legit, this team could crush anyone at their best. And their team could crush anyone at their best. 4-2-3, 11, X1-2-3, Sanctity, Kishka, Ace 12.
Yeah, they did crush a lot of Filipino teams, so...
Yeah, they crushed their hopes so many times. And it looks like, this stack, it's a mix, of course. You've got 3 Mongolians and 2 Filipinos, if I'm remembering my mix, and I am.
Yep,
the unity. And that's the one thing as well, right? This is a facet that I love to talk about as Bob is hunting for AU. Does miss him on the high ground. Trees break. Does he notice? No.
Ooh.
AU will TP out. Nice sneaky ward as well. But they can't even play in this area. I mean, this ward's nice, but tier 1 is still there. You can't play there.
Hoping for the bigger... Oh, Ghost is still camping at this...
the scan connects.
Of the map.
Tsukimoto, he's hunting. He knows Ghost is there. Gets the dust. Guesses wrong on the direction. Can someone follow through to chase Ghost? Here comes Carlo. Sentry down. No dust. Ghost will be able to run away. But this is time where the Weaver's not farming. Oh, he's running back in. Ghost, what are you doing? Grip up? They've got the damage here. Carlo, can they get enough though? Where's the follow through? Here's the crush. Come on, Seimei does not manage to connect it. No dust. Ghost is out. But Tsukimoto is keeping the chase. Ghost has to run. He's not farming. He's just being chased around like a cockroach. Bob cops it. 4-2-3 though. Gets a good static link onto Mac. He will sacrifice Playhard. For Playhard, for Bob, he'll take that trade on Raven's fan club for sure. It's something for Raven's fan club.
It's something. And now Aegis is gone.
They stall for time. Quite perfectly. On the side of Raven's fan club. And the side of Prism. Gonna need to stitch it together. To get a little bit too keen on chasing down Weaver, they will find AU for free. Nice freebie to find. Supports are down. Tier 2 siege can begin in earnest.
Dire's top tower is in trouble.
Hang on. I'm replying to you, Ares.
Dire's top tower.
Yo, Ares, what's up, man?
What's up? You doing well? Hope you're doing well. Some good games in these qualifiers, man. Mac does get his Nightmare brought onto Raven instead to save. Do manage to get the dust on Ghost, but not managing to find that initiation. Still charging forward. Same. Blink ready. Not going to fully commit. Didn't manage to really clean up the sentry ward either. We'll
It's
find.
just funny to look at the sleepwalk, man. The
Yeah.
sleepwalk.
It's so funny.
It's so long, but it's so slow.
It's so slow. Yeah, it's
But
hype
maybe like
stack
the movement
series.
speed, it's like your... Let's say if the movement speed there for sleepwalk is like the hero's movement speed like a 350 or something.
Oh,
That
that
would
would
be
be so
insane.
busted. That would be so busted. Oh, 423 finds a nice easy one onto AU and will just take it for free. Thank you very much, he says. The Raven spears away to buy some distance. But the confidence is there from 423. He does go back for the Satanic instead into a refresh.
Yep.
So much more standard pause 1 build. That's fine. This is more standard for scaling. It's understandable if the game slows down, you know? You have to respect the scaling of the side of RFC here. So you won't just hold back a little bit. You can get Ags maybe off the Blessing as Same snipes out. Freebie on Playhard once more. What does he... He has his full Ags flying in. So the durability of our Slardar now is insane. It's ridiculous how long he can last here. They'll find Raven. They're falling apart one by one, RFC. They're forcing the fight down mid. They found Mac. Static Link is up. BKB to try to save Mac, but the damage is pouring in from 423. He focused fire on the Blade Mail. Will be able to escape, though. Roll. Bob does not connect. Gets the silence off. Ghost will have to dispel. And the egg is gone. They will save. But this should be the tower gone now. Creep wave is a little bit far off for Prism. So, Bobby, this push not really going to do you much outside of cutting a creep wave here, sir. Ags next for Tsukimoto as well. Starting to find some big tools. It's getting a little bit scary for RFC. They can't allow themselves to be picked off one by one. That's the strength of Prism's lineup. They'll go for the Tormentor. Doesn't take too long here, but they're trying to scout out with a Flame Break. Oh, Playhard's going to be sacrificed for that. Bob gets his shard as well. So now he can grief his allies if need be. Pull them his way for whatever reason. Very nice. Bob is everywhere. He's like Liam Neeson.
I will find you. I will kill you.
That's Bob. Right now.
Dire's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
And Michael Phoenix says...
Radiant's
And
middle
says it's a
tower
shit hero. Do get the Nightmare on Mac. Not going to fully commit, but here comes the flank. 423. Same. If they can catch Ghost or Mac. Oh, TP is in time. Not going to find any more. Roshan, minute and a half as well. Gate usage out for Raven.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Same not going to chase. 27 to 17. 15k lead for Prism. Things are looking good so far. Again, Ags for Tsukimoto coming out. BKB for Bob. Does get caught out. Will lasso him up as well. Does have the Blade Mail, but it's not doing as much with the BKBs. And Bob does fall. You get the gem on top as well for Playhard. Raven. Spotted out by Seimei. Trying to juke. Gets the Yules. Gets the spear. Not quite connecting. Blinks forward. Can they catch? Does not seem like it. No blink. So a hit and run. Big gold swing. Killing Bob gave them 1.2k gold back their way on Raven's fan club. So you are thankful for that.
A golden thread.
It is something.
Man, Prism's lineup's so fast.
Oh,
Impressive.
play hard. Just hanging the cliff.
Speaking of
Dies.
fast, he died so fast.
Yeah, and they get the gem back so fast as well. Just snag it back.
I mean, look at the kills. They kill top, they see bottom, near the almost the tier 3 of the Radiant side. And they kill here. Again, the triangle. Is like, there's no space in the map that Prism can't reach. It's just insane. Because with his Slardar. Yeah.
It's too much.
It is-
And now Roshan's up. 423 doesn't quite stay in the area long enough, but They should know. With the banner, high ground siege should come in. They'll go to the gate for Tsukimoto at the very least. Maybe get some forward vision, try to scout out for this farm. We'll set some wards up.
Whoops, I get a prompt. I
Oh.
get a prompt of the match. I get a message from Mac.
Oh! No spoilers.
No spoilers. No
All right.
spoilers.
They're going for Roshan. Aegis is set to go Prism's way. And the banner is up. The siege is not going to be that hard here.
No one's speaking about this banner change, John. What do you think about a change? Like, you have to put it, when you're, where do you want to put it? Like, pushing near the high ground or something.
I think it's
Usually you can
fucking
put it-
strong. I think it's so fucking strong.
This current change?
I
you
think it's
reckon?
insanely strong. I think it's so strong. You defend, instead of defending creep wave, defend the banner further back, right by, say, racks. It's enough. They find Ghost. They got the Nightmare. Tsukimoto, he does have the grip, waiting for the team to come in. Well, get the grip, but there goes the spear. Tsukimoto's gone. They do isolate in the back. Can they find more? Forced to run away on Seimei. Curse is up on him. BKB is up. No one around to hit him. He is starting to melt, though. The damage, not quite enough. The egg comes in. The healing. Mac, stuck in the middle, still focus firing. Tsukimoto. Seimei will lose the first life. Mac will TP away. They find Ghost. Core Weaver is down. Can they catch AU? Roll. Oh, a little bit slow on Bobby. Unfortunate. We'll back off. That is the Aegis gone. All things considered, not bad for Ravens Fan Club. But they lost
So hard
Ghost.
to fight. It's so hard to fight if you're Ravens Fan Club, because you look at these fights, they're all broken into three fights, mini fights, Max is hitting the slaughter. Ghost is fighting for the tree. The supports are fighting the offlane. It's so weird if you're like Ravens Fan Club. Like,
It is.
how do you fight? I mean, you have arena, but how?
It ends up being 1v1s, almost.
Yeah,
So they will
it
find
ends up
play
1v1.
hard. Oh, still manages to blink right on the application of the Spirit Vessel. So play hard is safe. But the last outer tower is set to fall. Again, they still have this banner. And I swear to God, like, the technique is like maybe right below the staircase. Just within reach of the tier 3. It's insane. Like, even if the other creeps die hitting the barracks, like siege creep and range creep staying safe, and you have this reach onto the ramp, as long as you have like a high ground ward to follow through after tier 3 is cleared, it's so strong. Like, the banner is actually so strong. I am not kidding. I think this banner change is insane. Because they glyph, the creep wave stays alive. You just nullify glyph. They spear back 423, but they get the stun. Raven forced to Yules. BKB out on 423. Lasso out though. They've got the damage. 423 starting to drop low. Satanic trying to heal through. Not enough. Grip. Raven does get the arena. Winter's Curse holds him back. Spear holding back the follow through for Bob and Seimei. BKB to run.
Radiant's bottom tower isn't looking so great.
Bob will escape with his life.
Picking up the banner.
They are hitting banner now. Alright. So they do manage to hit it. They clear out 30 to 20 Prism. Do lose big time on the high ground. Not quite able to pop that Satanic in the manner they'd want to here on 423. And Ravens Fan Club, hang on. Again, high ground. The repositioning with the last one, the spear, is strong. But Prism don't back fully off. They've got forward wards. Is taken care of by Mac. But are hanging in the area. They want more, despite losing their carry. They know Arena's down. They know Curse is down. They will play it safe now. Seimei gets Gleipnired up. Gets Focus fired up as well. But they can't keep that chase. The Slardar, so damn fast. With that facet, the Guardian Sprint. Leg day.
Just got put down.
Leg day.
Leg
He has
day.
no legs.
Leg day. Have you done your
Bob?
leg day? Speaking of leg day,
Bob's gone. His legs are broken.
legs are broken.
Egg. Pop. Just to save. No damage coming out to kill it. Minimize losses, but it's falling flat just a little bit. RFC. Whoa, Raven. It's a little bit crazy. Let's go forward. We'll be fine. Aggressive vision now from RFC is setting up. Want these tier 2s. 423's coming back along with Bob in 40 seconds. Has to be about this initiation. For Prism, they have to make it feel like 1v1s. For the side of Raven's Fan Club, it has to start feeling like full team fights as they find Raven all alone. Good nightmare setup. Double Shackle out. They will isolate Tsukimoto. They get the curse off as well. Raven does manage to escape, or does he? Harlow looking. Does not manage to find. And the damage now from Ghost with that Daedalus and the Nemesis curse. It's so much. Lasso out. Seimei. Not in good spot. Does manage to run away, but the Yules is there. They've got the control. Here comes 423. Static Link is up on Ghost. But Mac, he's got the damage to Satanic Spot, but 423, he can't survive. He can't sustain. Bob, can he save the day? He does! They get Mac, they get Ghost! Bob, the savior of all! The savior Bob cleans up. They will manage to barely survive through what looked like a terrible set of engages. Won't be able to find more, but Bobby...
Oh, barely saves 4-3.
Bob, good God. What a guy. What a guy Bob is. Saves
Bob
the day
the
once
Builder.
again. Bob the Builder.
Savior.
Bob the Savior. Bagon Bob.
Bacon Bob.
Band-Aid Bob in this case. Saving the day. God bless Bob. Still, 32-24. We're seeing some of that fight back here from the side of Raven Fan Club. Alphon, good old RFC is fine in some ways. Prism. It does feel like as the game scales on, it does get harder to play their game. Right? Like their team fight is no way near comparable to Arena. They do have grip comparable to Lasso, but you don't have the pullback potential. You know, I mean, Nightmare, but 75 move speed, come on. You know, it's not enough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think if you're Raven Fans Club, you know, the one thing you want to avoid right now is like getting picked off. You know, getting picked off one by one. This is what the Prism is really good at, especially with the heroes. But you want to fight as 5, and you want that fight centered in just one fight, not the fights they've been taking. Like it's broken into like 1v1 fights, like 3 mini fights. You know, as like you said, Arena. Winter Scarlet, these are the bread and butter of their team fight right now. And as we're going to later stages of the game, and it's look like proving a bit more difficult for Prism.
It is. It is. Scaling up is going to be an issue. You have that full refresh on 423. So at least double BKB, double Satanic, double Link can start to make the difference. And he does have the level 25 Static Link steals attack speed. That is making it painful for Ghost. And heck, even Mac, if it's a long duration Static Link here, still the smoke out. RFC, this could be the fight that opens up.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Oh,
big,
but the Ags. Tsukimoto has Ags. That's going to be a big reveal as well. They smoke up.
Smoke on smoke. Oh my god.
On smoke. They've got the vision set up here on RFC. But the backline's exposed. AU could fall first. See if they find the flank on either side. Amplify damage rune coming out here for RFC. Double damage for Mac. Could make the difference. But the engagement, the angle, they have high ground. Oh, they spot Raven first. Oh, the roll. No, he manages to dodge. But the grip, it's there in a good spot from Tsukimoto. The curse holds him back. But the Raven is still melting from the Sunray. Ghost trying to kill off the egg. Not going to be able to do so. It's a mess of a fight. No Arena to come out. They get the stun. They burn down AU. That's one down. Buyback instantly out. Play hard. You will stop. Gonna be isolated and gone again. 2-0.
This is what I've been talking about earlier. You can't, Raven Fans Club, you can't have that fight without the Arena. You can't have this broken into fights. Again, there was a fight at, you know, at the river. There was a fight up the triangle. So you can't have this divided because Prism heroes, Bob can kill off one, Slaughter can kill off one, Razor can kill everyone. And with a really good grip coming from Tsukimoto, it's just hard to fight. And, you know, you just get broken apart. But here we go again.
Raven gets the Arena. They've managed to get the focus fire, but the Nightmare save for Bob. Enough time. Does get Yul's up. Still has the roll. Is rooted up. He will fall. But can they find a follow through? Oh, Ghost. He's cold embrace. No. Into the grip. AU. He ruins Ghost time. He's dead. No buyback for AU. No buyback for Ghost. They've got the chase down. They lose Bob, but they win the war. On the side of Prism. Onto the high ground they go. Namatay ka, Brad! Sabi ni Bob! Namatay ka, Brad! Ba't nakasleep yun? My ward sa arena, Brad. They did plant a warden in arena. Oh my god, Prism found a counter. Holy shit. I haven't seen that yet. Holy fuck, Prism. What the fuck? Who does that?
Who put the ward? Who placed the ward?
We can check.
didn't see it.
We can check. It's
But we're
Carlo.
really
Carlo, big brain.
Chill a bit. Carlo?
Big brain
Oh my
Carlo. Holy fuck.
Carlo.
How did the nightmare come in? I didn't even ask that question. I forget they can't see, but the ward. It's not a hero. It can still give vision. Oh, whew. Carlo. That's where the experience comes in.
Carlo Manalo, BTZ. I mean, that changed everything.
It
It
did.
changed everything.
They couldn't get the burst
heal.
play. They had to waste the Gleipnir, the heal coming out. Because they waste the Gleipnir, 4-2-3 and Seimei have the angle in. Mega creeps coming out. They do manage to find one. Raven in the tree line. Seimei gets the spot. Another grip out. Not going to be enough to find a kill. Still buying them space. Get the lasso off on Tsukimoto, but he's done his job. He's gotten his tool off. And we'll get the Gleipnir off onto 4-2-3. Trying to chase. Arena ready. Finds one, but the Wind Waker out. Seimei's fine. Buyback from Tsukimoto. They want to take this follow-up fight. They want to end the game on Prism. Roll forward from Bob. Doesn't connect. Wants to look for more. Mac. Namatay ka, Brad. Be careful, Mac. Kuya Mac Nicholson. Bob wants you. Bob will try to get you. Smoke from Prism. One last set of racks. Raven. No, they found Mac. They got the crush. Lotus Orb to try to save for now. Here comes 4-2-3. Refresh up in the static link. Does get lassoed up. But he's got so much damage. He's got so much sustain with that Satanic. The egg right in the middle. The grip onto Ghost. He has no buyback. Still, he's gone. Raven getting melted by the damage from 4-2-3 in his fountain. Not for long. As 4-2-3 finds him. The GG's called. Prism knocks out Raven Fan Club. And Prism gets to move on. A rampage for 4-2-3. It's the GG's called. What a way to close out on this day one of our road to TI qualifiers.
I freaking love TI qualifiers, man. I freaking love TI qualifiers. And this is just the open qualifiers.
Yeah.
This is still just the open qualifiers.
It felt like a grand finals with the way they played it there in the end. Prism, oh god, wait, the rain. Okay. Had to close the windows. Rain's really strong. Oh, what a play from Prism. What style to close out. Raven's Fan Club. You know, this is not an easy team. Raven, AU, play hard. The experience that this lineup has is insane.
Mac messaged me, said like, he said, yawa, uy, sa game 3, namatay to Razor GG man mo ato pistiha. Wani ko meet ako kauban.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. I mean, it's so hard. Like I said, it's too hard to fight if you're Raven Fans Club. Because it's just, you know, how many times I've said it's too hard to fight. And yeah, like he said, like, his teammate didn't commit because it's too hard. There's a lot of factors to factor in. And you know, I mean, props to Raven Fans Club. They just formed a team literally today or maybe last night. They didn't have time to scream or, you know, to do some laning, but they went to game 3.
Yeah, they forced it out into the game 3. They went pretty deep into the best of 3 portion here of the qualifiers. And again, there are 4 slots, 2 from this qualifier, 2 from the next. There's always the next qualifier. And again, looking at these stacks, it feels like only 5 teams that are viable to go in anyway. And you know, Prism's one of them. IHC, TNC, TeamTK, Raven's Fan Club. Those are probably the 5 teams that everyone expects to make it through opens. So to be beaten by one of those expected teams, it's not the end of the world for Team Ravens. Raven Fan Club, we'll have to see how they do on Open Qualifier 2, but Prism does get to move on. Next opponent in Meeparb. Gonna be interesting is, you know, some of these tier 2 stacks like Meeparb can be surprising. Alphon, what's your vibe in this one?
Yeah, they kind of. I know some of the players are these are the Thai ones, right? The Boom Barrel.
I think so.
It's Fearless here and Tiger. Yeah, Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger's here. Yeah. I'm not sure if Fearless is here, but yeah, these are like, you know, the previous Motivate Gaming
Yeah.
Thai. But what's more interesting is the top bracket, TNC IHC, and the bottom bracket, a bang stack and DJ
Team
stack,
TK.
TeamTK.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. We have some really cool matches tomorrow. Of course, all of these matches will be held tomorrow, I believe, simultaneously. So it's going to be hard to track all of that, jumping across each. Fortunately, on this channel, at the very least, we do have most of these players on friend list, so it should be easy enough to track. So we will be able to watch. I'll be honest, I might not watch Prism. I might watch Team TK or TNC. But we'll
Yeah, this sounds like a good match.
Right? Like, those sound really good. Meeparb is competitive. I think Prism, as they look now, it looks kind of insane. You know, they look kind of cooked. But yeah, we're set for a good second day of our open qualifiers for the Road to the International 2024 or TI13. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Lane. It's pretty late. I need to shower and maybe you can play afterwards. For all of you guys in chat, thank you for showing up. Apologies for the internet issues earlier. We will be back tomorrow for some more open qualifier games, so make sure you check out. We do have Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube as well. And of course, a nice shout out to Prism and to our friend Lane, formerly of Boom, formerly of GeekFam, formerly of Adroit, currently on the stack of Prism. If any team's looking, if any org there looking for a sponsor down the line, you know, if Prism does well, you know who to ask. But thank you everyone else. We will be tuning out. We'll catch you all again next time. Ciao.
Ciao.